I'll answer for me.
All right,
She
hold
never
on, hold on, hold
she
on. Let
never
me
been
finish the
messaging
question,
me.
brother. Brother, let me finish the question. So the question to the three people and the people in the chat, right? Let me finish the question. So if you say you don't like her, the way she what she represents, her mentality, etc. And you said, and I listen, I specifically asked, was it on her panel or someone else's panel? And you specifically said it was on her panel. So my question is this: for her to disrespect you, run the wrong way. Why did you take your ass there? Not only the first time, like the first time it could be like, well, maybe she made a mistake, maybe she's having a bad day,
Listen,
etc. The
that's what I was
second
trying to
time,
answer for you.
Martin, let me finish. Let me finish.
And you,
The
but
second time, right? The second time, it's like, well, damn, you know what? She did this one time. Now it's the second time. I ain't bringing my ass over here no more. I see who she is. But then to go back the third time and get disrespected? Go ahead. So we're gonna go Capri,
well,
Martin, and then Jen. Go ahead and respond since y'all are the three.
Well, not only did he say that he's seen her be egregious in her panel, he said everywhere that she goes. But I've also seen her conjure up old mess and trying to break down a marriage. I think that's quite weird. Bring up past situations and bring it back to the forefront and try to break up a marriage. That's pretty weird. But anyways, you guys know of her behavior. You know how she behaves and what she stands
Well,
for.
see, sweetie, listen. This is why I'm gonna cut you out, right? Because you still not answering my motherfucking question.
I just
No,
answered
no, no,
you.
no. Only thing you doing is keep painting negative things and trying to add fire to it, right? But you're dodging. My question was to you is when you responded, you went over there not one, two, three times, right? Not only do you see her being crazy and disrespectful on her own panel, but everywhere she went, right, etc. Right? You emphasized on everywhere she go because you're in agreement with the other two, right? So my question is this: why are you following her around? Or if you weren't following, why are you being a part of something where she's at? And then why did you take your ass even to her platform after you already knew who she was? Why are you being a part of something where she's at? And then why did you take your ass even to her platform after you already knew who she was?
Okay, so the space that I was in, she came over. Can I answer? Can I answer, please?
Yes,
This
ma'am.
Okay, thank you. The space I have any children, guys. I'm not like you guys who have several children, several baby daddies. I'm 23 going on 24, no children. We're not living the same life. We're not the same. Okay. Akira, baby, I don't have any children. We're not the same. Okay. We're not the same. I don't have children. I'm
Get your
childless.
fucking
All right,
senses
time
out.
out. Hey, time out. Hold on. We're gonna go to the next person, y'all. It's
Dumb
going to
asshole.
Martin because everything you said, you still didn't answer my motherfucking question. You're dancing around in your little whatever. You're not answering the question. I asked you when I initially asked the question. Have you ever been there one, two, or three times, and has she disrespected you personally, or have you ever seen her anywhere else disrespectful? And y'all said, yeah. If you said she disrespected you more than once or more than twice, why the fuck you keep taking your ass around there and you not giving me an answer? Because I asked specifically on her personal panel, why the fuck you keep going around somebody that don't respect you, don't like you, or somebody that you don't align with? It don't make sense.
okay, so
I mean,
now,
unless we want to be unless we want to be real and call it what it is. Unless we're gonna say we're a groupie, just say I'm a groupie, meaning that I let my
wait,
listen.
whoa,
Even
whoa,
though
whoa, whoa,
motherfuckers
whoa, whoa, whoa,
disrespect me
whoa,
and
whoa,
don't
whoa,
like me,
whoa, whoa,
I
whoa,
let
whoa,
them
hold up.
treat me
Can
any
you
way
let
they
people
want, and I still go
answer?
there.
Yeah,
Can you
like
give
you ain't
people
even
time
let
to
nobody
answer?
answer the question.
Let
But I'm
nobody
gonna
ask.
tell you this, bro. When I seen how messy she was, I didn't fuck with her no more. And it's been years.
But how can you say that if you went there one, two, three times?
I
I'm
went.
Because
confused.
hold on,
First of
Martin, listen what I'm
all,
I'm
saying.
confused.
Listen what
you
I'm
want
saying,
somebody
Martin.
to
Listen,
answer
because I
your
You
want you to
asked the
question,
understand.
but you
question and
you
then
keep talking.
Yeah, hold on, because I want
Yeah,
to
you
listen. I want you to understand what I'm
We
saying,
want
Martin.
people
Martin,
to
listen
answer
what I'm
your
saying,
question.
because I don't want to confuse you or trick you or whatever, right? Listen what I'm saying. When I asked you the question, right, I said, "Have you been there one, two, three times on her own platform, or whatever?" You said not only on her
No,
platform,
you
one,
didn't.
two.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Okay, hold on once. Excuse me in the chat, everybody on the panel and everybody in the chat. Did I ask the entire live? Have you ever seen her act messy or disrespectful or do all this shit on her
Yeah,
own
he
panel?
said yes. Okay, so allow him to explain.
Okay, so
What can
now
I
my
listen?
thing is when you say that, right? when you say that, right? And then you coming back right now
Well,
to
bro,
like give
I'm
your
gonna do it
reply.
like
No,
I
I
did
just
her.
want to
I'm
get it
out of
out,
here.
brother, because listen, one thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to, I'm going to
Yeah,
hold you accountable, right?
I
I'm
ain't
going to
got
hold
time
you
for that shit.
accountable. You
Hoes,
got some
oh,
explaining
they
to
want to
do.
let them talk?
And I'm gonna give you a chance. Listen, once you
Damn.
speak, I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna give you the full time. But I just want to put the question out there so you can address all of it at the same time. So when I asked you, did you go over there to her own personal platform 1, 2, 3 times? You said yeah. But then Caprice up top said that not only did you say that, but you said you seen her act messy in other places, right? And then we started talking. Then you just came back just now and said that after you learned who she was, you left it alone for a while, right? So that means that if you left it alone for a while, right, whatever it may have been, 2 months, 3 months, a year, 10 years, a million years, at some point in time, you took your ass back over there to see that she was still messy, etc. So my thing is this: if a person show you who they are over and over and over and over and over again, why would you even go back to chime in
He
or tap, etc.?
left.
Go
He
ahead.
left. Can he talk?
Yeah, time out.
Okay.
I got you.
Okay, here's
He
the
didn't
deal.
only leave, you left too. Go ahead, brother.
Okay, she came over into a lady. Her name is Hadassah. She used to come over into her panel. She always started shit over there, right? So they kicked her out, and I thought, well, fuck. Maybe her hosting on her shit a little different. So I went over there one motherfucking time, bro. And when she was messy over there, I ain't fucked with her ever since. I don't get involved with the messy bullshit. Like seriously. Like a lot of you hosts, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, bro. A lot of y'all like to talk and not let your panel talk. You know what I mean? You cut your panel off. You dig dabbing this shit, bro. If you want to answer to a question, you ask the motherfucker. You let people answer. But I ain't fucked with her since when I seen how messy she was. So no, wasn't nobody just running over there. Like goddamn, she a messy motherfucker. She go in other people's shit. She get messy over there. And if people love her, hey, listen, love the fuck out of her. But everybody ain't gonna love every motherfucking body.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. Like even with your answer, right? Like
Give an
even with your
example of what you're
response, it's
talking
still
about,
it's still
Mark.
not it's still not complete, right? Because when I asked you the initial question, right? I asked, did you go over there 1 time she disrespected you, 2 times did she disrespect you, 3 times, and you said yeah. But not only did you say yeah
Bro,
3 times she disrespected
listen,
you on
listen.
her own
The
personal
way I
panel,
heard it
you
was,
said you seen her
I'm gonna tell
be
you, baby.
disrespectful and do negative things on other
All
people's
right,
panel. So what I'm saying is, if you seen her do it 1, 2, 3 times, right? Why even listen? After the first time, you could be like, damn, like I said, oh, she had a bad day. But after the second time, like,
bro.
you
But this
understand
is
what I'm
what I'm
saying,
saying.
bro?
Okay, so then I heard the question wrong because I thought you said, how many times. So I answered your question to the how many times. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm just telling you,
Yeah, I
like,
feel you. Listen,
there's
brother. Hey,
people.
listen, brother.
Look,
I'm not
look,
here to
I'm gonna tell
crucify
you like
you,
I tell
man.
everybody
Listen,
about
I'm
this
not here to
shit.
crucify you.
No,
I'm
I'm gonna
not
tell
here to
you
say
like
anything negative or disrespect you in any way. I just ask
yes.
questions, right? And then people
You,
give answers, not just dig into it like as a prosecutor. I'm not
but
saying you're
listen,
lying. I'm not
here's the
saying you're
problem.
wrong. I'm not saying anything
Here's the
disrespectful, brother.
problem
I'm
I'm
just
seeing
asking
with all you
questions.
guys.
Huh?
This is the problem I'm seeing with all you guys that's defending her. This woman unalived the motherfucking man, and everybody want to defend that shit. Like, come on, bro. It is what it is. What she gets, what she gonna get. You know what
Say
I'm
it
saying?
like it was intentional, bro.
Hold on, give me a second. It's no different than Pookie and Ray Ray out on the block doing what they do, and then they unalive a bunch of people, and then everybody screaming on Facebook, "Free Pookie and Ray Ray!" No, leave them motherfuckers locked up. It's just that fucking simple. You
Yeah,
do
see,
shit.
I can understand that, right? The only difference where I
Why?
got is right, like when Pookie Ray out there doing something, that means 9 times out of 10 they strategize and they put a plan together, right? And it didn't go out the way they planned, or it did go the way they planned, and then you get what you
Bro,
deserve. But as far as being a
you got the
human
law
making
say
a
don't
mistake,
talk on
right?
your
If it wasn't
phone.
intentional, listen what I'm saying.
No, but it's
Listen what I'm
not
saying,
whether it's
brother.
not
If it
intentional or
wasn't
not. The
intentional,
fucking
right?
law is clear.
If it wasn't
But the law is
intentional,
clear.
my question is
The
this:
law is clear.
so
Don't
if
talk
a
on your
person
phone and
does something
drive
right.
a vehicle.
Yeah,
What the
listen,
fuck
listen
you
to what I'm saying.
mean?
Hold on, listen to what
Sound
I'm
like
saying,
you on
brother.
the
No,
Because
ain't no
even
fucking no. Ain't
somewhere.
a man is dead from this shit.
yeah, time out. I understand what you're saying, and listen, I understand how you feeling, and etc. But what I'm saying is this: in every mistake, 100 out of 100, every mistake that a human being make is because they wasn't paying attention, or they did know better and they didn't give a fuck. But if they did know better and they didn't give a fuck, that means it's not a mistake. So every mistake is because it wasn't intentional. So what I'm saying is, us as humans, right? If we make mistakes that are not intentional, right? Do we not deserve to be lectured, but also given grace? Meaning that if you don't think that she did that intentional, right? That means she's not a bad person. Bad people do things intentionally. And then
Yeah.
when you become aware of it, if when you
Hey,
become
listen,
aware of it, if you do
I
it
done looked
again,
around
then
and
it's
peeled off
bro,
every
intentionally.
mess. It was me.
but
Now, how
bro,
you
but
feel
bro,
about it
bro,
now?
I want to ask you something. I want to ask you something. What if that was your brother? What if that was your mother? What if that was your father? How the fuck would you feel?
Tell me, you want me to be
If
honest?
it was an accident, it was an accident.
I'm gonna tell you how it would feel. If it was my mother, if it was my father, my friends, my associates, whatever, right, or just a regular even human being, right, that I never met, never saw, never. I still would have. I would have me. I would be sad. I would be upset. My feelings, emotions, everything will be hurt. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that I wouldn't look at the person that committed something that wasn't intentional. See, it's a difference between being intentional and
Okay,
unintentional.
well, listen. Watch this, watch this. This is how I'm gonna do this, bro. I hope your live is still going on. I stepped out to get me something to eat. I was in the restaurant while I was getting my food when I got on here. But I'm finna drive. So I'm finna put my motherfucking music on and listen to that. And I'm gonna put this TikTok down. And I hope you still on when I get home.
I'll be up here. I'll be up here till about 2 o'clock, brother. Hey, listen. Before you get off, I want to say this though. Drive safe and be safe, man. I'm wishing blessings to you, brother. No matter what the
That,
debate is or what the live is, I'm wishing blessings to you. Be safe. Go ahead, y'all. Open
I
panel.
hope you can
Yeah, this
ask.
is my thing right here.
Wait a minute.
I
Wait a
mean,
minute.
it
Wait,
wasn't
wait,
so
wait,
much.
wait,
Hold
wait,
on, hold
wait.
on, hold on,
Hold up.
hold on. Is you a moderator?
Nah, cause he had asked me the same thing, and I
Yeah,
just want
hey,
to.
Chrissy, I want 1, 2, 3. So she's the third person. It's actually her turn. Go ahead,
Okay, I
D.
was just okay.
Yeah, I just want to make it clear first that I would never, whoever I dislike from what they're saying, I would never feel this was a karma situation for them. I don't move like that. I don't think like that, for one. But secondly, to answer your question, because I'm grown and I could do what the fuck I want to do. That's why I was still there. Shit, fuck is you talking about, dude?
Okay. Anybody else supposed to go next or whatever, or just open panel now?
You fine.
This is
Panel
what I
now.
wanted to say. It's a whole lot of fake motherfuckers in this world. Like, I'm quite sure if she had 2,000, 300 people in her live every night, just participating, cheering her on and whatever. And now all of a sudden this, woman is, incarcerated or whatever happened to her. Everybody is, cheering in her down periods. You see what I'm saying? Kicking a woman while she's down. That's why I don't fuck with a whole lot of people. I don't deal with a whole lot of people because of the fact that I know people, they participate in, negativity. And that's what I was saying earlier. Because like, even though she unalived somebody, the thing wasn't about her unaliving. It just seems like I agree with what the host was saying. It just seemed like people was waiting on this day for this day to happen because of the fact that they didn't like her undercoverly, and now they looking for any reason to talk shit about the woman while she's gone.
Seem like
And I feel like that's fucked up. That's why I don't fuck with half of you bitches.
Right, because it's real.
Okay, hold
even
on real quick, y'all.
even
Hold
if
on real quick. Hold on real quick.
listen though,
Hold on real
even
quick. Hold on real
on
quick. Let's like the live and share the live real quick, right? Hey, we're gonna go to you, and then we're gonna go to the big divide. As a matter of fact, no, we're gonna go to Onk, we're gonna go to Naturally, and then we're gonna go to the big divide. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, even the real folk over there on Messy Talk, where we from, right? The people that she really got differences with, they not even talking bad about her like that. It's these other motherfuckers in these panels and lives that y'all holding and shit that don't even be around judging this situation. So I don't know what y'all issue is. And
And it's great.
she ain't never played on nobody's story that caused them a life changing experience trauma for the downside. She ain't never played on nobody like that. The way y'all playing with her.
And it's crazy, right? And I'm gonna keep it a buck. When I first came on, it's always been good. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of things that I disagree with it, right? There's a lot of things I agree with it, right? But she ain't never did nothing for me to come in here because it ain't about who she is. It's about human beings. It's about humanity. I don't give a fuck who it was. It could be any color, person, whatever. Right is right, is wrong is wrong,
And
bro.
these folk
That's
up here acting like they so sanctified and shit, like they ain't never done wrong in their life, ain't never did nothing. They ain't got no skeletons in their closet. But you sit up here judging this lady on because she had an accident, a slip up. We all use our phones while we driving. Don't act like you don't. Go ahead, tell me you don't. You lying.
okay. Let's go to naturally, and then we'll
It
go
can
to the
happen
big
to any of
divide.
us.
Exactly. Because hey, listen, we all made a lot of mistakes and did some shit that we shouldn't have did. But shit, I don't want to be your friend. If I make a mistake and y'all motherfuckers gonna nail me to the cross like this, goddamn. I don't even understand this shit. Motherfucking you got a lot of people that talk about Jesus Christ, but you got so many people that love him. Go ahead, naturally.
I do not have a whole lot to say about it. I did not participate with anything that she was promoting, and that's just how I rock. If I get on something, I don't like it, I stay away from it. If I tiptoe back into it and it's still the same messiness, then I definitely stay away from it. So, yeah. And even though she was messy, she don't deserve what just happened to her, nor the person that's been unalive. That's horrible. There's other ways that she could have been taught a lesson. That's just my personal opinion.
That's right. I agree with that. She ain't deserve this kind of bad luck right there. No matter what she do on this app.
Big divide. It's on you, brother. The big divide. Do you want to speak, brother? You on mute.
I thought I was, yeah, I'm sorry. I thought I was off mute. Yeah, so as someone who's close to tea time, and I've been hearing a lot of things all day about her. The thing I want to ask the people who spoke negative about her. Now, if you want to talk about the incident itself, you have all of that. You can talk about that. You know, there's things that still need to come out, and you know, many of y'all don't have full stories and all that, but y'all can talk about that. When you want to talk about karma, and let me ask y'all, are y'all serving a creator that is just sitting there waiting for someone to make a mistake, or they've done some things just like you've done? And if you're saying what has happened to her is karma, then I'm going to ask you, have you said some things, done some things to some people before, or even recent? Then does that mean karma is waiting on you? Then that means when you talk negative about someone, the karma is coming for you. When you've cussed out someone, you've called them a name, and you've done some things, that means karma is coming for you. Because that's how karma works. Karma works that, hey, you do wrong, and you do wrong by someone, then you're going to get punished because karma is coming for you. So, and if that's the case, then every last one of us on this app, then we all need to be saints. We need to not say anything about anybody. And then that means we'll be having kumbaya moments on this goddamn app. Because if that's the case, we would all be afraid and aware of karma. And then when I hear people talk about, whoever said that her platform is about breaking up marriages, because she talk about what is it? Side chicks are winning. When you don't have a full story about it, and you just go in there and you get a snapshot of something that was said, and you think that is a person's whole character, and you don't have all the details. You ain't spent no time but a quick little, you went in there and got on a panel. You didn't like what was said. Many people who get into it with T-Time, I guarantee you, if you can show me a clip where you just got up there in a panel and she just went off on you, I guarantee you can't bring any of those clips. You can't bring one where you just got in the panel and then she just all of a sudden started going off on you. Show me the clips. So y'all be careful when y'all judge, and when you start
Hold on,
pointing
Divide.
fingers,
Hey,
remember
Big
what they
Divide.
say.
Let me chime in with you real quick.
Sure.
I like what you said, right? And this is my thing. If every believe that you reap what you sow and it's karma, right? So my question is this: if you believe that, right, then right, and you're saying that she got what she deserved, and like the Big Divide said, if you're not waiting on your karma to happen, right, that means that you're what? That means that you're not perfect. But not only that, right? How should I say this shit respectfully? Hold on, let me see. Hold on. If you believe that you're not perfect, right? Or not even that. What I'm saying is this. If you believe that you're a good person, right? And you're righteous and etc., right? I ask you to ask yourself this late at night when you lay down. Why hasn't my life transitioned into everything that I wanted it to be? In every way, form that you can possibly imagine. If you have problems, if you're going through trauma, if you've been done wrong, ask yourself this. Why have I been done wrong by people, etc., if I've been doing everything that I'm supposed to be done, supposed to have done? If I didn't make any mistakes, right, and I've did everything right, why your life ain't at 100%?
Because then we would have to admit that we're not perfect. Listen, again, people. For those of you who want to talk about, so there was an incident that happened, and there was an accident that happened, and the unfortunate thing is that someone lost their life, right? And if you even read the article, if I'm mistaken, even the family themselves said their hearts go out to the woman.
Yes, they did.
So if because somebody asked, well, what the dude that was yelling talking about, what if it was your brother or your mother and all that kind of stuff? It's an accident. I mean, you guys can walk outside your door right now and an accident can happen and something can happen. None of us are vulnerable to that. So it's just unfortunate. You know, you're going to feel the way you feel about it, but damn, so what are we supposed to do? What do y'all want from it? What's supposed to happen? What's supposed to happen?
Okay, listen, hold on real quick. OG, look, I'm not gonna call you that. I'm gonna call you Otis though. Hey, Otis, you came up. I know you know a little bit about what's going on. I'm gonna let you speak on it as well, brother. Great platform. I like what you're doing. Big Divide, like what y'all doing. Zia, like what you're doing. After you, Otis, we're gonna let Zia go. There's a lot of comments in there, and I know you want to defend yourself, so I'm gonna keep it 100. Can we just please like the live and share the live as Otis speaks? Go ahead, Otis.
Hey, yo, on some real G shit, let this be a stark reminder, right, to everybody on this app, especially the people that host lives like me, T-Time, Big Divide, and stuff like that, right, that got platforms. All right, I'm not talking to the comment cousin, but if you host platforms, let this be a stark reminder that the individuals that we allow in our space sometimes, they just waiting for us to fall just a little bit. The people that even come to the panels and support us, they literally just waiting for us to fall just a little bit to knock us the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that be coming in supporting whatever, they just waiting, bro. They're just waiting to do that. Cause yo, when I tell you, I understand what happened. Yo, an accident happened. Yes, somebody lost their life. I get that. But this is not the moment to like fucking tarnish Shorty name and what she's done and who she is and what she's standing for. She's still here. Like, what are we talking about? She's still here. You know what I'm saying? All respects to the family of bro that lost his life. All respects. You know what I mean? But Tea Time is still here. She made a mistake. We acting like our shit don't stink. Like, what are we talking about, bro? That don't even make no sense. People hosting lives and trying to dog walk her and, I mean, all this shit. That shit is crazy. You should have did that when she was, you know what I'm saying, like before this. Like, what was all that noise before this? Like, real talk. A lot of us is looking at y'all crazy. A lot of us is looking at y'all real crazy. And I already know if something were to, if I was to have like being a mistake or have an accident, I already know everybody, almost half of the people in this room would dog walk the fuck out of me. And I'm okay with that, but I'm telling you now, watch who you keep in your circle, because it's the motherfuckers that's really gonna drag your ass out once you make a mistake out here. Real talk. Like, that shit is wild. It don't make no sense. I will forever, and everybody know, I will forever on my life ride for Tea Time, because we friends outside this app. We are friends outside this motherfucker. We talk all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? But don't think for 1 second you about to drag shorty and you about to step foot in my shit. That's not gonna happen, bro. That's not gonna happen. And for anybody that hears somebody talking shit and you say you fuck with her and you still allow them in there, bro, come on, you lame as fuck, bro. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. I'm looking at a lot of you bitches different. A lot of you bitches, whether you care or not. The fuck are we talking about, bro? I will forever ride for T. Like, what the fuck? Yo, listen, some of y'all motherfuckers are so stupid. Y'all making lives not even knowing the side of Mezzisock and how ruthless they are. I'm talking about you, Zia, hosting fucking lives, wanting to talk shit for hours and shit. Yes, I'm talking about you. Watch your fucking mouth. That's on everything. Watch your fucking mouth. You and Rasta, watch your fucking mouth. The fuck is wrong with you?
Okay, hold on real quick. Stay right there for me, Otis. Hey, yo, Zia, it's your turn. Well, damn. I mean, he just he addressed it. I mean, he made a statement and he addressed it to you. Now, Zia, she ain't run. She probably got a phone call or whatever. I don't know. I'm gonna invite her one more time. If not, we just gonna leave it at that. I don't know.
Well, Mr. Humble, I just want to say something real quick and then drop. I just want to say that we really need to start thinking with our heart and head more. What people say do matter. A lot of people who are thinking so harshly and not even giving her any type of sympathy are the same people who use very harsh words. I had run in with her. I never heard her be harsh, but maybe I wasn't there enough. But what I'm trying to say, y'all people who are really tripping and calling it karma be the main ones who are using words that are so harsh. And you know that words matter because you're so angry at her for using her words. So I wish people would start really thinking about the things they say to people. If you cannot distinguish a difference between words and a life-changing event in a person and separate that. And that's it, because that's just crazy. It has nothing to do with karma. It's sad on both parties, and it's a life-changing event for everybody who was involved.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I know a lot of people address was Zia. I try to give her because I fuck with Zia, right? I don't always agree with what she got going on, and I don't always disagree with what she got going on, right? And I just keep it real. I be on. I see Big Divide. I don't always agree with what he's saying. I always don't disagree. And Otis the same way. Me. I'm just an authentic person, and I keep that shit 100, man. Tea Time ain't never did shit for me in any way, shape, or form. Whether if I was on her platform or seen her platform and it was good or if it was bad, I never took it personally. And I understand that we all are individuals and we have our own perception and we see things different. That's the unique thing about being, different and being unique. But like when I see this shit going on right here, I can't, me as a man, I can't support that shit, man. I can't, because we all make mistakes, etc. But they're not even that. You know what she got going on, right? You know she got children. You know she's a black woman. You know she's a human. When has it been cool because we make a mistake that's not intentional to everybody just jump on them and pal them and dog them out and kick them?
I find it very interesting that the women are the ones that are doing most of it. They're stirring this up the most. And listen, like Oda said, y'all are waiting for people's downfall. So that means, so how would you feel knowing that some people are waiting for your downfall or for you to make a mistake? So y'all people, when you point the finger, what is this saying? You point a finger, how many fingers are pointing back at you? So before y'all get out here and want to talk about people, know that you live in a glass house too.
Hey,
And nobody, and if y'all are thinking we're up here and start, hold on, listen to what I'm saying.
Bro,
Bitch, you ain't laughing.
Hey, yo, hold on
Bitch,
once real quick. Hey,
Oh
Divide,
my
hold on once.
goodness.
Hey, brother,
Yeah.
hold on once. I got y'all. Hey, brother, if you come up here and do that shit again, I'm going to block your ass. Like, you can say whatever you want to say, whether if you agree or disagree. See how fair I am? You got a voice. You can agree or disagree. But if you come up here speaking on top of somebody else, I'm just going to block you. Go ahead.
So you know what? I'm glad that happened, because the question that you pose, if you listen to the people, they cannot tell you why they would go back over to a space. It is not like they're talking about a person that just goes around this app and just starts picking on people and then just start degrading people and talk about people's family and talking about their kids and stuff like that. This is a woman who deals with kids on a regular basis and has her own kids and her own grandkids, and they make it like that. That's what she does, and she's exposing people's lives. You know how many people actually come over to her space and they be wanting her to talk about stuff, and she said, "No, I'm not talking about that." There's incidents that have happened in her hometown where it's like some real life shit, and people want to tell lies, and she said, "Wait a minute, y'all are talking about this. Y'all don't all have the information, and y'all are spreading lies about people." Remember, these are people at the end of this thing. This is what this woman has said, but they're trying to paint the picture like she's so evil. Like this is such an evil person. This woman has books bigging up black men, books bigging up women. She has songs and all this kind of stuff. But y'all want to focus on because she can out cuss y'all asses. Because when she gets on your neck, because you probably either said something or done something, and she can just out talk your ass. That's what they really have a problem with. You ask them what they really have a problem with, T-Time, listen to what they tell you.
Yep.
Listen really to what they tell you.
Okay, stay right there for me. Hey, Adam, it's on you. And then, the brother that I just brought back up, I really don't know, my VI or whatever, MIVI. I don't know how to say your name. We're going to go to Adam, and then we're going to go to you, and then we'll go back to the open panel. Can y'all like the live and share the live for me? This shit crazy. Go ahead, Adam.
Yeah, thank you, host. Hello, panel. I was on Zia's panel earlier, and I was asked for a legal opinion given my background, and I provided a legal opinion. And I specifically mentioned this for entertainment purposes only. What I forgot to mention is, while we were addressing the legal side, what I forgot to mention is that this woman has kids, this woman has a life, and we should never, never, never be in a position where we say things like karma, we say things like, she got what she deserved. If anything, that's a reflection of who you are as a human. And unfortunately, there's a lot of humans that have lost their humanity. However, I do have an issue with one thing that was mentioned throughout the panel, which is she made a mistake. Ladies and gentlemen, a mistake is if I'm walking around the house and I drop a glass of wine on my white carpet. That's a mistake. When you're intentionally driving while looking at your phone, I wouldn't call that a mistake, right? At least from a legal perspective, or at least how the jury would look at this. Okay, I do very much wish her the best. The other issue I have with the word mistake, imagine I understand, folks. I understand that you're defending a sister because you've interacted with her. But I want you to repeat that word in front of the family that have lost a father, that have lost a brother, an uncle. I just want to say for the lost life is we should not belittle what happened by calling it a mistake. That's all. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Okay, so my question to you be, right, and I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but I'm just asking a question. When you do something that's unintentionally, right, what does that mean?
Well, brother, I mean, from a legal perspective, and I have to say that this is for entertainment purposes only. If I'm a jury, this is not a matter of a mistake or unintentional. The way the jury looks at this from a legal perspective is there is a woman driving a car and live streaming on TikTok. That is the biggest thing that's going against her. You see what I mean, brother?
Yes. So you're saying, so what you're doing is you're breaking it down to the simple form. You're saying that she made a bad choice. Because you're saying, this is what you're saying. You're saying that, well, you know, the law states that you shouldn't be driving and texting or driving and whatever on your phone, etc., right? And you shouldn't have did that. And you decided to do that, which was a bad choice. And because of your bad choices, this is the result of it, correct?
That is correct. In fact, I wouldn't call it just a bad choice. This is a fatal choice that affects people's lives. And the jury would definitely look at that.
And what I'm saying is this. Have you ever did something in your life? Muslim man, Assalamu alaikum. I know who you are, Adam. Been on many platforms with you. So my thing is this: as a Muslim man, right?
No,
As a
I'm
Sunni
not.
Muslim,
No, I'm not.
have you ever in your life done something, right, that you knew was wrong, that you shouldn't have done, and you chanced it and got a negative result out of it in your entire life?
Oh, absolutely, brother. Like, I mean, if you were talking to me, you know, in my 20s, I've done so much stupid shit, but I never in my entire life did something where it would cause an accidental unaliving of somebody.
Time
The
out.
gravity
And
of
I'm
this.
not even saying that. What I'm saying is, if you go through all the mistakes you have made in your life, right, whether you want to deem it as intentionally or unintentionally, right, something bad could have happened. Someone could have been at harm, etc., right? But even though you knew that before you went to the situation,
Oh,
you
yes,
you still chose to ignore it and you still chose
absolutely.
to do it. The only
Exactly.
difference is now listen what I'm saying. The only difference between me and you, the only difference is Allah didn't decide to make you make that drastic mistake or that bring that massive type of effect, right? So you was blessed. But
Absolutely.
at the same time, at the same time, right? If it's not intentionally, right? Like she didn't get in her car and say, you know what? I'm gonna get in my car. I'm gonna put my seatbelt on. I'm gonna put my kids in the back seat. I'm going to drive, and I'm gonna get on TikTok, right? And I'm just gonna pay attention to TikTok, and I'm gonna hit somebody and unalive them, etc. It's not intentionally, bro.
Brother, okay, so that's not how the law works, brother, because the sentencing, when it comes to a case like this,
I don't
it doesn't.
listen, bro. I don't give a fuck about the law because you want to be fast to state the law, right? Let me ask you this. I'm gonna tell you why the law don't matter. Do you agree with the law 100%?
No, absolutely not. In fact, there are
So time
things.
out. So listen. So you can't pick and choose. You can't pick and choose. If you don't agree with it, what did the Quran say? You agree with all of it, or you agree with none of it?
I
So
agree
what I'm
with all of
saying
it.
is, you can't say that. Well, the law is. You want to keep hitting me with the law, the law, the law, the law, the law. I'm talking about humanity. I'm talking
Oh yeah,
about reality. We're human. Then,
yes.
even for the religious people that talk about they believe in, whatever religion they believe in, right? You believed of the creation that we were created with sin. If we were created with sin, right, it means it's impossible to be perfect.
So, brother, I completely agree with you, and that's why I had introduced the concept of humanity, right, versus the law. You know, I'm basically providing a legal perspective on this. When it comes to humanity, what we should do is basically, make sure that we're not saying anything that's negative for this sister, because her life is going to be changed forever. Not only from a legal perspective, but from a financial perspective, because I would assume that there's going to be a lawsuit against her. So I feel very sorry for the kids around her, whether the grandchildren or her own kids, but I also feel extremely sorry for the man that lost his life. That's all.
brother. But before I leave out, one, I appreciate you having me up here, man. That's my thing. You talk about the incident itself.
Mr. Humble,
I got no qualms. I got no qualms and stuff about that. But also talk about what's factual. People are making up stuff. Like you even said, someone said she's arrested. Like, come on, y'all are just spewing a bunch of stuff because of like your hatred, or y'all are just evil, right? Keep to what is been reported and they've put out, and stop saying the other thing else. But here's the thing too. Last thing I'm gonna say is this. All right. Again, remember, I want to see the rest of you all who all got to talk about karma. The next time you go in there and you see someone that's in a car and they're on TikTok, I want you to tell them that karma is waiting on them. When the time you get on online and you say something bad about some people, you talk negative about someone, I want you to then say, and I'm gonna sit here and wait for karma, because that's what y'all doing. I don't hear people on here really. Y'all are not even really talking about the fact that someone lost their life and all that kind of stuff. And if the family themselves are not spewing stuff like this, who the fuck are you all? Y'all ain't nobody.
Hey, Humble, is it my turn now, bro? Hey, look, one thing I'm gonna start off with right? She a good person, right? But Otis.
Hey Otis, after this, man, tomorrow, Otis, let's talk.
Cut me off, huh?
No, I got you. Cool. Hey, Otis, tomorrow, let's talk, bro.
All right, cool.
One thing I'm gonna say, like I said, she a great person, right? But Otis Divide, Sundress Live,
but what the fuck my name got to do with this, bro? We're not talking about me.
Be quiet.
We're not talking about me.
Let me talk.
We're not talking about me, bro. It
doesn't matter. Hey, Humble, could you tell them to be quiet?
See, that's the issue with y'all motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's the same thing you was doing on Sundress Live. Let me talk.
You know what? Go ahead, bitch ass nigga.
Let me talk. Okay, yeah, remember this. So look, on Sundress Live, when she was doing all that shit, talking about my story from last year, like everybody saying in the comments, bam, that's Boo Sus. Woo, this and that. He rocked with her, right? But y'all ain't tell T-Time on that motherfucker live that day. When the same incident happened, when this incident happened that day, early that day, an hour ago, she was on that bitch going crazy on me, right? Y'all was cheering her on. Y'all didn't say, hey, T-Time, slow down. An hour later, she got in her car and karma hit her ass. So guess what? I can always say she a great ass person, but be careful the type of shit y'all support. Y'all sitting right here talking about y'all don't support ridicule and all that other shit. She was just bashing me an hour before this shit happened to her. Remember that?
Oh man, bro, don't do that, bro.
Remember,
you was over there trying to spread. You was trying to expose somebody, man. Don't do that. I don't give a fuck about your time to talk. No, you come up there like she was bashing you for no reason. You was trying to expose her good friend that because y'all relationship didn't go well. No, you come up here. No, don't do that, dude. Don't do that. Don't do that. That ain't how karma work. Because if karma worked that way, then you got it coming too, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? Karma, because you talking about getting on there exposing a woman. This is supposed to be a woman y'all were in a relationship with, and you want to get online and expose her for some shit. That's some bitch ass shit. Because the relationship didn't go, because she didn't want you no more. The relationship didn't go your way. So T-Time was calling you out on that because you tried. You over there borrowing money from people. Nigga, you a grown ass man online borrowing money from people. You got called out on your shit. And the ladies called you out on your shit. That's what you was mad about. And that's why you wanted to expose one lady. And then so T-Time got on your ass with it. She got on your head with that. She wasn't bashing you. Don't come up with that bullshit. That's some punk ass shit. And then this is a grown ass man claiming vice lord and all that kind of shit. Who the fuck is 40 years old claiming gang? These niggas, man.
Divide, I think what you're saying is pure gold. Unfortunately, people are using this very unfortunate event to make it very personal against T, and this is absolutely not the effing time for this. If anything, wish this woman the absolute best of luck, because in her heart, like somebody said, like the host said, she didn't get up that morning and decide to unalive somebody, right? So that's the last thing I want to say is, folks, be kind to the people around you in your community, because This could happen to anybody, right? So let's learn from this. Let's keep our phones off and make sure that we focus on the road. Host, thank you very much for bringing me up. I'll drop.
And see, yo, listen, let's get one thing straight, right? Half of you bitches, right? Half of you bitches don't got an issue with what happened. Y'all just want to see all wrong come to her, right? Y'all don't give a fuck that that there was a dude that lost his life. Y'all don't give a fuck about none of that. Y'all just want to come up here and pop y'all shit and talk about some shit y'all was angry about. That's it, plain and simple. That's it, plain and simple. My name don't gotta do shit with this at all. But for some reason, some bitch ass nigga wants to come up here and mention my name and all kind of people's name bringing up shit. What the fuck are we talking about, bro? That makes no sense at all. You was in the live for another reason because you was a bitch. You was trying to expose a woman that you was talking to because you couldn't get your point across. Like, what are we talking about? But you want to come up here and address me. The fuck? Y'all motherfuckers really didn't fuck with T. Y'all motherfuckers really didn't fuck with her. Like, let's talk about it. Y'all didn't. Some of y'all motherfuckers just wanted to be around to ride the fucking coattails. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's really talk about it. What the fuck? Y'all ain't shit. Fuck you niggas. And you, homie, that came up here, bro, listen, come, find me, bro. Find me. Come to Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, bro. Come to Atlanta.
I'll be there tomorrow at 12 p.m.
That shit you was popping, pop that shit to me. Pop that shit to me. Come to the A. The fuck we talking about? You talking about, hey yo, I'ma see you. I remember this bitch was in that live talking about, hey yo, T, I'ma see you at this place. I'ma pull up on you. Pull up on me. Pull up on me. And bro, never in my 5 years on this app have I told another man to pull up on me. I don't do that shit. But man to man, pull up on me, please, motherfucker. Pull up on me. The fuck you talking about? If you not up here to talk about this shit, don't fucking put my name in your mouth, pussy. The fuck we talk about?
Bro, if you gonna engage in a app that has engagement, then why are you up here if you don't want anybody to put your name in your mouth?
Listen,
You see what I'm
pussy,
saying?
I'm not talking to you. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Close your
Nah,
fucking
first of
mouth.
all, bro, I
Fuck
ain't
you,
the one
pussy.
you want to
Fuck
play that
you. I
smoke
don't give
with.
a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Because I'll
Pull
pull
up.
up to the
What the
ATL
fuck?
and
I
air
don't
you
give a
out,
fuck
bro.
about none of that, dog. Nobody's
I'll be there
talking to your
tomorrow
bitch
noon.
ass. Nobody's
I'm gonna be
talking
there
to
tomorrow
you,
noon.
bitch. No one's
No,
talking to you,
I'm gonna pull
bitch.
up.
No one's talking to you, bitch. The fuck is wrong with you? The fuck? Not one of y'all motherfuckers could come over here and put fear in my heart. The fuck is wrong with you? Martin? The fuck out of here. Fucking transgender motherfucker. The fuck is wrong with you?
TikTok makes us all
Shut the
safe.
fuck up. Then see
TikTok
about
makes us
it.
all
See
safe.
about it. See about it, bitch.
I'm
See about
I'm
it.
about it.
See about it,
I'll be there
bitch.
tomorrow noon.
The fuck you
I
talking
land at
about?
noon. I land at noon.
See
I
about
land at
it.
noon and I'll go
See
live. You tell
about
me
it.
where you at.
See about
That's all
it.
you gotta do. We ain't gotta
See
talk no
about
more.
it. See
Shut
about
up.
it. The fuck we talk about? Pussy ass
Hey, hold on once real
motherfuckers.
quick. Hey, brothers.
Pussy ass
Hold on
motherfuckers.
real quick.
Yeah.
Otis, hold on real quick. Hey, yo, brothers. Hey, listen. I know it's a heated topic, a heated debate, and I understand people gonna stand on what they stand on, right? But this is the thing, right? This isn't a time, right, for us to beat each other up and get in our emotions or whatever, etc. Y'all say that we got black unity. Y'all say that we love each other, right? And we're better together than apart, right? Well, let's show the people that. This is a time right now, right, where it's not about you, Otis. It's not about you, Martin. It's not about me. It's not about none of us here. And we can't lose track of that. It's about tea time, bro. It's about the person that was unalive. We got to send our condolences and prayers and sympathy to that family, right? But we also got to embrace this woman that's here.
But here's the thing though. You guys keep saying embrace her, right? First of all, this app has an algorithm that prevents you from going live while you're driving. That proves intent. That proves intent. Because of the algorithm that prevents you from doing it and you found a loophole to go around it, you in intent. This shit gonna be smoky for her. Square business, and I don't care. And anybody don't like it, it is what it is.
Big Divide, Otis. Hold on, we got somebody else who just came up. Hey Nas, I didn't hear you speak yet. What's your opinion on the situation?
Truthfully, I don't really know Petty like that, so I really don't got that much of an opinion on it. You feel me? Like these things happen every day, so I'm not really like too concerned on it. You know, I have a heart, but it's just I don't know. I'm from New York, so these things happen. But I wanted to say, I just wanted to clear up a couple things about karma. Karma is about balance, right? So if you have a lot of negativity in your life, at some point in your life, a positive will balance it out. You know. And from what I'm hearing that T-Town just has a whole platform of where, you know, it's messy. That's TikTok. It's the internet. It's going to be like that, you know? So when these things actually happen, and I feel bad because it's a black woman more than anything. I'm black, so that really hurts my heart. But the reality of things is that life works in mysterious ways. You know, if certain things are going to happen to you, if you put yourself in certain predicaments, would y'all agree with that? You know, but that's all I really had to say though. Like, I didn't really came up to really bash her. Like, I don't really know the lady.
I don't really know her, you know, per se either, but I think I've been in a live one time and I heard her, and they was going back and forth. She was going back and forth with another person, and she was explaining what her live was about. And you know, I think I seen her on TV one time or on a panel or something, and one time before, long time before she actually started her own actual panel, and that's when I was like, oh, I had a thing. I was like, oh, I don't think I really like, you know, what she got going on. But sometimes people use triggering topics to draw traffic into their lives or whatever. You know, it's like a catchy phrase. And when she explained herself in another live, that's when, you know, I started to understood, you know, certain things. But a lot of women and men can be triggered by certain words. And I noticed that here on a lot of people lives, you know, they are very triggered by certain words instead of actually understanding the person before they actually start speaking. And when I had a better understanding of who she was, and what her platform actually stood for, I think she was the actual female Kevin Samuels, to be honest with you. She just was very creative in how she went about it, and a lot of people didn't understand how she operate, and it pissed a lot of people off. But I actually, you know, like the creativity. I like who she was once I found out more about her. But some people, you know, they messy, and that's all they gonna ever be.
What was she labeled under, like messy talk, or was she just doing relationship statuses and stuff?
She was trying to get out of that messy talk shit.
Okay.
All right. Is there anybody else? We got 15 minutes left. Is there anything anybody else want to say in defense of her or vice versa?
Capricorn,
Well,
so hurt. Like that shit is like, girl, seek help. Like for real, you need to see a therapist about this shit. Like that don't make no sense at all. Again, I stated at the beginning of this that she does need people surrounding her with little girl my ass. Like I said, get help. Or whatever. The family, like Device said, has spoken to the fact that they are praying for her as well. So many people want to get on here and bash her and be mad and want to have something to say. And like you had on your prompt at first, they just really want to clout chase. That's all that is, or whatever. Baby, that's not a wig. I don't do wigs, huh? Figure out your life. But it's not gonna work for y'all. Like literally, y'all have to find something else to do. Um, I can't do nothing but pray for the babies and everyone involved, because it's a real sad situation, and you never know how she's gonna come up out of this or whatever. People think that certain ways that the laws and different things are gonna work and everything else, but you just never know because sometimes the family can stand up against it. And to me, this family seems to be a caring family, even though they've lost someone that I can see that they truly love. The way that Tea Time talks, it has nothing to do with anything about karma or anything of that nature. Because again, if that's the case, we've all said I know I've said a whole lot of stuff on here. And I'm not sitting up saying nothing about no karma coming and nothing else or whatever about something I've said to someone on the app.
Karma is not limited to that though. Do you understand that? Like karma is just not just, oh, if you do something bad will happen to you. That's
Well,
not how
I
karma
didn't
works.
say that. That's the thing
No,
that
no,
people say.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
I'm
No,
sorry, man. Go ahead.
no, you good. I feel what you're saying though. I'm just stating for these people that's been on here talking for the longest and talking out the other side of they behind or whatever and don't know nothing and ain't got no sense. So, again, the thing of it is, it's a sister that needs to be lifted up. If you're gonna lift her up, do that. If you're not, then go home, sit down, and pray about your own life. Because really, you need some help. If you don't see here that it's someone that does need, to be lifted up in this whole situation as well. Because again, it was an accident. You can clearly see that.
No,
And
it's
all
not.
night, all I've
It's
been
not an
saying
accident.
is whatever,
And y'all
whatever your
keep, hold
opinion
on,
is.
y'all
I
keep
didn't
saying
speak
this
when
was an
your
accident.
ass was motherfucking talking. I ain't say nothing to your ass.
It wasn't no
So you can
motherfucking
shut the fuck.
accident. Speak the fucking truth.
That shit is
It
dumb as
wasn't no
hell.
accident.
It was an
Hold
accident,
on once,
like I
Orlando.
said.
Hold on once. Hold on
We
once.
have an algorithm
Hold
that
on
stops
once.
you
Hold
from
on once.
driving
Hey,
and
yo,
going
brother. Hey,
live.
brother. Hey, brother. If you scared and you want to run, I can drop you because if you're not gonna respect the rules, that means you want to be dropped, and that's what you want. Just say, "Yo, nigga, I'm scared." So my question to you is this: You said what? You said it wasn't an accident, right? But it's classified as an accident, even legally terms. She had an accident, right? But then I asked you
Okay,
this.
here's the
But hold on, let
hold
me
on, hold on,
finish.
hold on, hold
Listen,
on.
I'm not
Let
going
me.
to talk over you, brother. When I can get rid of you, or we could be
Oh,
respectful. We could be respectful as men. So my question is this: When you say that it wasn't intentional, right? I'm just asking, right? So if you're saying that it wasn't intentional, right? I mean, if you're saying that it was intentional, right? Are you telling
mhm.
me that she woke up in the morning and said, "Listen, I'm gonna do what I gotta do today. I'm gonna put my kids in the car. I'm gonna get in my car. I'm gonna put TikTok on, or I'm gonna do whatever. I'm gonna be distracted on purpose, and I'm gonna hit somebody and unalive them, and I'm gonna deal with the consequences." I just need a yes or no.
Well, that's hard to just give a yes or no
No, 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 no,
answer.
no. Because intentional
No, no,
means
no, no, no.
hold on. Because I don't want, I don't. This is what I don't want to do. I don't want to play. I don't want to go down a rabbit hole, and I don't want to play kid games.
Well, it's
So
not
what I'm
kid
asking you is
games.
this: when we say the word, when we define the word, right? Like right now, you can go in teacup, right, and go search in Google or whatever any resource you want, and define the word intentional. Intentional means knowing and willingly. So when you say that when you say that it was intentional, are you saying that she got up one day and decided and got all her thoughts together and got her kids together? She said, "You know what? This is what the fuck I'm doing today."
He can't say shit.
go
He
around the
told her. He
algorithm
done said something
that
to her
prevents you
and
from
told her, and
when,
that's what
when
the
she
fuck it
chose to
is.
go around the algorithm that prevents
Okay, so you
you.
couldn't answer that,
The
right? Let me just give
algorithm.
you. Hold on, hold on, y'all. He couldn't give me a yes or no. Let me ask you another question. I just want yes or no.
That's what I'm saying.
No. You trying to give me an
No, because
explanation?
you not
No, you're
phrasing the
trying to get.
question.
Listen, what I said to you, brother, and I said it respectfully. You're trying to give me an explanation, right? I'm asking you for an answer, yes or no, right? Right or wrong, yes or no, true or false, right? But listen, not even that. Let me just give it to you another way. See if maybe you can answer this. Can you please define me? Can you find anywhere in a definition of an accident that is intentional? Does an accident mean intentional or unintentional?
An accident means unintentional.
Okay,
But
was she in an
hold on,
accident?
hold on, hold on.
Hold on. Listen
Can
what
I
I'm
answer
saying.
your question?
Hold on. Yeah, time
Because
out.
if
But
you let
hold
me
on,
wait,
hold on,
my
hold on.
God,
Hey, brother.
my
Hey,
God,
brother.
if
I'm
you
gonna
let
give
me
you.
finish
Listen.
and you
One
understand where
thing. Well,
intention
listen.
comes in.
Hey, brother. You gotta let me do this though. So listen. You answer
I can
part of the
answer
question,
you.
right? So my question to you is this: what is an accident? Can you tell me what an accident is?
An accident is something that's unintentional.
Meaning, AKA something that you didn't mean to do, right?
Correct.
Okay, go ahead. Now go ahead and reply, brother.
All right. What I was trying to explain to you, and it ain't gonna take that long, trust me. TikTok has an algorithm that if you go live and you're driving, it shuts your live down automatically. When you find a no, it's not. When you find a
Rasta, stay
loophole,
live. Rasta, stay live driving a semi truck.
okay,
Are you stupid?
okay, yeah, I'm very stupid. Most of the
I
time,
know.
Ross,
Yeah,
waiting
we
on
Gotta
the
know
be
you
low.
careful.
stupid.
But anyway,
We know.
when you put up a backdrop that takes away from TikTok has an algorithm that makes you that's to prevent you from going live and driving at the same time.
That's not an
Right?
algorithm.
I'm ass.
You keep saying
Okay. So
algorithm.
anyway, all right, bro. Whatever the fuck it is,
Hold on,
they
what
have
y'all?
a
Hold on.
situation that
Hey, Martin. Hold
stops
on, what
you.
y'all? Hold on. Hey, listen, y'all. Whether if y'all agree or disagree with what Martin's saying, right? One thing I keep telling y'all, and I point this shit out. Whether if we agree or we disagree with him, right? The question was posed to him, so we got to give him a chance to speak without anybody interrupting him. I give everybody the same respect, whether if I agree or disagree. Now, I want you to respond to it, right? Well, this is what I want to say to you.
Yeah.
If you're saying that I can put up a background, right, that takes
Uh-huh.
away the security or whatever it is, the guidelines, the policy, etc., right? If I can do
Exactly.
that on TikTok, right? If I can put it up on TikTok, right? Are they really stopping me or preventing me?
Well, that's the thing. They're preventing you, but they're not stopping you. Which you know what I'm saying? It's two different things. But by them putting that in play and you go around and then something this tragic happens. And like you say, this is tragic all the way around. Especially because she has children. This is just as tragic for her kids as the people who lost their family members. But when you go around that and then you get in this situation, they're not going to look at it as this was an accident because you went around, whether it's whatever the fuck it is for TikTok that prevents you from going live and driving at the same time. You went around it. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's
But I'm
and
saying
listen,
this.
hey, brother. On
They
one
push her this
aspect of
way.
it, right? I call a spade, right?
Uh-huh.
On one aspect of it, you're actually 100% correct, right? But on another aspect of it, right, you're wrong. Meaning that when you say TikTok prevented it, right, that means that they really didn't, right? Because if they make a policy for their app, etc., right, but I can still alter it just by my phone carrier or whatever features my phone have, meaning that okay, you can tell me the rules is you shouldn't be driving. If I see you visually driving, I'm going to block you, ban you, suspend you, etc. Right? But then I can get on my phone and my phone presents something with a background that alters what the policies, etc. is. Right?
Uh-huh.
There's really no safeguard.
No, I understand that. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no safeguard. But by that being in play, that's a hard overlook.
Yeah, I agree
You
with
see
that.
what I'm saying? That's a
Listen,
hard overlook.
I'm not taking that from you, right? And I agree with you because you're saying Well, if the app presents something, you're not supposed to do it, but you find an open window, and you find an open window and you climb through it, etc. I understand that, right? But even with that, right? Look, even with that, right? We all do a lot of things that we know that could bring harm or bring trouble, right? But we don't even think about that, and that's just us as humans. Now, I'm not saying that um, that what she did or whatever didn't do shouldn't be that. What I'm saying is this: we all do things, right, knowing that it could bring harm, right? But we don't never see that end result. We all alter it. We all go around it. And what I'm saying is, if what they're saying is true happened, it's terrible as fuck. But at the same time, right, even though we make those kind of unconscious decisions, etc., right, doesn't mean that we don't deserve grace.
But
But
see,
humble,
for me,
we don't make,
How many
you
times?
know,
Listen, how many
hey,
times?
humble,
Listen, how many times? How old are you?
what
who
me?
me? I'm 57, but Mr. Humble, I'm gonna put it like this. For me, this is personal, and I'll tell you how. My wife's sister had a son that we raised as our own because her sister and her husband got into smugs and they got in a bad accident that unlived them both. When this little boy, when he grew up, she sent him to the store to get something, and I told him to take my car, but he chose he'd ride his bike because it's only a couple blocks.
Let's give it an
He was
anecdote.
riding his bike. He was riding his bike through this. He had a green light. He was riding his bike through the crosswalk, and a lady was doing 60 miles an hour, talking on her phone. Did never paid attention and hit him and unalived him. So to me, this is real personal. And ever since that situation happened, my whole family, we have chose we will never ever talk on the phone, go live, do anything on the phone while we're driving. If it's important, if my kids call me, I'll pull over. I will pull the fuck over and I'll answer then or I'll call them back. So
Man,
yeah,
listen,
this is real
all
personal.
that's cool. All that's cool.
Oh,
We
yeah,
sitting up
fucking
here.
bro.
What I don't like is we sitting up here making up excuses, reasons, showing sympathy. When if the roles were switched, if this was a man, niggas would be hosting lives, saying, "Oh yeah, throw him in the cage, throw the book at him. He shouldn't have been on live. Look at these men; they're outrageous, they're dangerous. Look at these men; they don't have no self control. All of this." I realized that anytime a man that we all know up on this panel, that we've been up in the panel with or been in the space with, y'all next thing, as soon as y'all hear something about that man, everybody going fucking live about this man or hosting a live talking about the situation. I find it real suspicious and real weird that when this girl did this last night on her live and is currently now being charged, right, with vesicular manslaughter,
Get it
right?
right. Get it right. Say it right.
Vesicular manslaughter. It's not homicide. Well, I have a degree in this field, so I know what I'm talking about when I say things like this.
Yeah, then say it right. Say it correctly.
I said it right. Vesicular manslaughter, not vesicular homicide. Vesicular manslaughter.
No,
She did not intentionally.
vehicular.
What
What the
does that
fuck?
mean? What does that mean? That means that she was driving and she did not intentionally try to unalive that man, but her actions, which the action was being on the phone or being on the phone while driving, not paying attention to the road, led to the man's death. That's why it's called manslaughter. Now, with that being said, I find it funny that no one, and when I say no one, that be in her space or any this and that and the third, went live and went on a tangent about it like they do when brothers like Passport or Rasta get exposed for doing some weird shit. It's just so weird to me. I have no sympathy or empathy for her. I fuck her having kids. I don't give a fuck. I hope they honestly throw the book at her to make an example that everybody. This will be the example where they talk about that women want to be treated equally. Well, treat them equally now. When they're committing the same crimes as men, don't look at them. Don't look at their smecks. Look at the actions and charge them the same, even if it was man or woman. Because
Hey,
if this was a man that did this, people would be up here trying to boycott everybody that be in the spaces. They would be saying throw the book, and they wouldn't show no. And regardless, the nigga had a kid
Yo,
that had like, bro, we need to
Hold
stop
on
that
once,
shit.
E. Hold on, E. I think you missed the memo. I think you missed the message. How long you been here?
You said what?
How long you been on the live?
I've been on a live as far as in here, the back and forth about far as
How
in here,
long?
the
Give
back
me
and
some
forth
minutes.
about
Give me
the
minutes wise.
accident.
Give me
You said
minutes
what?
wise. Minutes wise.
Minutes wise, I would say 20 minutes.
Okay, so you missed the memo. So what you're saying, right? It could be some truth to what you're saying, right? And we're not negating that, right? And we're not justifying or minimizing that. But what I'm saying is, just because what you're saying, right? You're saying that if it was a man, they would be trying to nail his ass to the cross. What I'm saying is this: I don't give a fuck about the gender. What I'm saying is this: it's wrong.
Facts.
That's what. No.
Hey
We're in
yo, humble.
agreement.
Can I respond real quick, brother?
We're in agreement. All I'm saying is I find it funny that people are trying to push this under the rug. They're like, this is the first live I've seen today of people actually talking about the situation.
He is
Nobody.
right about that. That's true. That's true.
Everybody's talking about. Oh, I hope that she's okay. Sympathize. Like, this is a man.
Hey yo,
Niggas is going live talking about how dangerous he is.
Hey yo, the crazy thing is, bro, motherfuckers. Well, first off, I don't have a degree, and it's vehicular, bro. What the fuck? I don't have a degree. But listen, secondly, motherfuckers be acting like they be on every single live ever on TikTok, bro. There's been mad fucking lives that's been going on all day by many people. Get the shit right. This shit don't got nothing to do with a male or female. What the fuck we talking about? Hey, yo, bro, if this was a guy, shut the fuck up. What are you talking about if this was a guy? This don't have to do shit with, bro, I didn't cut you off that one time. Don't cut me off. This shit don't got to do shit with fucking gender, bro. We understand the shit happened is fucked up. We get the shit. What the fuck are you talking about if this was a man? When you come up here and say you got a degree, sound fucking smart. Stop sounding stupid like you sucking on Martin's dick. You sound dumb as fuck. You want to be like all of these other motherfuckers on this app, know what I'm saying, with a fucking pitchfork, know what I mean, trying to get someone pent up. She's already in this bullshit, dealing with this shit. What the fuck are we doing? If this was a man, we would do this. Shut the fuck up, pussy. The fuck you talking about,
bro?
All right, cool. No. Give me 1 second, Martin. Martin, give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second, Martin. Give me 1 second.
Go ahead. Bitch wanna bitch.
Because I've seen this nigga. Oh no, I didn't interrupt
exactly.
you, nigga.
Bitch
I didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt you, nigga. I didn't interrupt you.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, that's cool. So mute your fat ass up,
I'm
nigga.
not
Nobody's
muting
interrupt
shit.
you.
I'm not muting
This
shit.
bitch ass nigga. You always on panels arguing with bitches. You're always on panels arguing with bitches. Now today you feel the guts and need to defend one.
I'm all that.
The fuck up. You the first nigga to call a bitch so heavily. But now you up here trying to show sympathy and trying to stick up for the bitch. Shut the fuck up, nigga. You get no type of pussy. You sit on the TikTok platforms all fucking day, nigga. You's a bitch.
And what?
The fuck up. Go lose some weight. Your priority is elsewhere. You worrying about a podcast. You need to be worried about the fucking gym, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
What are you gonna do about it?
The
exactly.
fuck? I live in New York City. You host your podcast out here, nigga.
What are you gonna do about it?
You host your podcast out here. We've been down this road already, Otis. We've been down this road already. I've sent your boy Peaky and you my address already multiple times. Suck my dick with your mother's lips. Respectfully.
Shut up, pussy. The fuck
you hear the fat in this nigga's voice.
Shut up, pussy.
Look at the
Look at it.
Hey, everybody.
Yo, hold on, yo. Hey, listen, y'all. Hey, listen, y'all.
Y'all getting too disrespectful with it.
Hey, listen, y'all. Yeah, it's be crazy. Listen, the only reason why I say that, right? I say that because we got to be safe at the same time, right? And I'm gonna say this. Hey, Otis, you feel how you feel. Yo, E, you feel how you feel. I'm not on nobody's side. I'm gonna say this, and this is outside of tea time. Yo, we gotta do better, man. It's easy to disagree, and it's easy to want to inflict pain amongst each other and all that. But listen, we got a lot of people watching this app, man. A lot of women, men, younger, older, middle. We got to do better. We got to show them that even though we disagree and we get frustrated, that we can still come to a positive solution. Whether if it's this, like, yo, E, you go your way, Otis, I'm going to go my way, and we don't got to speak to each other. But to do that shit right here, because I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. Otis, you ain't smacking shit. E, you ain't smacking shit. Y'all on the app. We can say whatever we want to say. I could be the biggest, baddest wolf on the fucking planet on an app. So all that shit is just like wasted air. It's just better off, to show people how to problem solve.
We
Everybody
having a
want to talk about the
conversation.
You know what,
problem.
humble?
I'm having a conversation with you, humble. I'm having a conversation
I'm
with
gonna
you.
say this and
He
I'm
responded to
hold on.
me
I'm gonna
with
say
the
this
whole
to
dick
humble.
sucking shit because this
Now,
nigga don't know how
I
to
didn't say
regulate his
nothing about
emotions.
that.
He's
You
more than
invited another
likely.
straight
Yes,
man.
you did. You said I sound like a dick sucker, nigga. In my
I think one of the moderators cut y'all off.
I didn't direct humble. I didn't direct
Humble. I'm gonna say this and
none
I'm
of
a
my
dick.
conversation. I didn't direct none of
Hey,
my
yo, humble.
conversation to this man.
Listen,
He
humble.
responded
Yo,
with
humble. I'm gonna
because he
say this.
sees a
Hold on.
bunch of women around, so he
I don't give a
responded the
damn
way he
about none of
responded
these
to try to
women.
get some likes,
I don't
laughs,
care
and
about
love.
none of these
There's
women.
none of that,
I
bro.
don't care about
You
none
didn't
of
have to
them.
respond to me. I wasn't
They
even
all
talking to
clip.
you.
I don't care
I
about
was
none of
talking
them.
about the whole
I'm
situation.
talking to the
The
host.
nigga
I'm not
responded
even
with dick
talking to you.
sucking, pussy, and
I'm
all
not
of
even
that
talking
goofy
to you.
shit.
I'm not even talking
And
to
this
you,
Right,
fat
bro.
ass nigga got to take a
I'm not even
wheelchair to get
talking to
outside
Just
his
you.
talk.
crib.
It's TikTok. It's
And
I
I'll
don't
TikTok.
be
get
fat.
it.
It's
And I'll be
TikTok. Y'all
fat.
need to take a
I
break. Y'all
don't
need a
get
break.
it.
And I'll be fat. And what?
This nigga breathes with his
And
tongue
what?
out his mouth.
And
Like,
I'll
I'm
be
not
fat.
entertaining this
And
nigga,
I'll
bro.
be fat.
What the
And
fuck
what?
is wrong with this nigga?
What are we gonna do about it?
You tell me.
I think my moderators removed both of them. I gotta stand on what she doing or what he doing. It is what it is. Listen, brothers, they removed y'all just because it's not what y'all support or what y'all, you know what I mean, it's about what y'all saying. And on my app, we about unity here, man. It's just about unity. Go ahead, She.
Well, just to give my personal input, it's my personal opinion. I don't have no sympathy. I do. It is negligence. You know, people are responsible for their actions. A lot of people these days, we so consumed in these phones to where we have lost our minds. I see people walking down the street with their head down on the phone. So you have to be focused. So at the end of the day, this is not a situation like I've came across all day seeing people who have a lot of sympathy for her as well, and not taking into effect that she did something reckless, and it's not intentional. It was an accident, but it was an accident because you weren't paying attention. You were negligent, and you have to pay. You have to pay for that. Now, people, yes, she has children, all that, but I heard kids in that video. So that means you had kids in that car with you. So therefore, you have to be responsible and take accountability for the reckless behavior. And that's just that. You have to pay for what you did. And she is going to pay. I'm not saying that she's not paying. Of course, she's paying now. But I'm hearing a lot of people saying like, she lost something too. She did too. But this is on her own accord. It's her own actions. He just crossing the street. She want to be on live. I'm guessing I didn't know nothing about this girl till today. So I guess she's viral. She's somebody on this app, but that got to a lot of people don't know how to separate the two from real life to TikTok. You got to focus up because one bad decision could change your life just like it did today. Should be an example, not people saying, "Hey, guys, take it easy on her. Take it easy." It's no taking it easy. You took a man's life from being negligent. People need to use this as a how you call it example to pay
Yeah, but
attention.
Sheen, that's not what they saying, Sheen. And I don't want you to get caught up on what people not saying.
No, I'm not speaking on just this
What are they
live
saying?
alone. I'm speaking on
Listen,
for
I
what
know,
I
but
see
listen what I'm
all
saying,
day.
Sheen. Listen what I'm saying, because I think you actually would agree with me if I'm correct. They're not saying what she did, right, was negligent, wasn't negligence, wasn't wrong, she shouldn't have been more aware, she shouldn't have made a better choice, etc., right?
Exactly.
But what they're saying is this. They're saying even though, right, she made a poor or a bad decision, right? They're saying that what she has done, right, it can't be taken back, right? Someone lost their life. We send condolences to the family. We feel empathy. We wish we could rewind the hand of time and change it, right? But at the same time, they're saying, is this a situation where you just jump on her and beat her down, right?
No, you don't kick her while she down. She down already.
And that's what we're saying. Everybody is kicking her, jumping her down. Now, listen, I know you don't know nothing about her or whatever. She writes actually books for the urban community. She's a school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like it's a person that's just out here doing bad shit, not give a fuck, whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Like she's
No,
out
and I
here
got that. I got that from what I
so
scrolled
she's out
today. I
here
did a little
educating
digging.
people, right? She's out here educating children, right? And she's making a living. She's writing books. She's writing curriculum. She's actually doing a lot of positive things. We're not always going to agree with people that do good things or, vice versa. Now, should she be lectured? Yes, 100%. Is she what she did? Is it swept under the rug or excuse? Fuck no, hell no, not 1%. But she has kids too. You want to come to the app and beat her up, right? And dog her in every single way, right? When she gotta wake up tomorrow, right? Her kids gotta hear about it. Her family, her community gotta hear about it, right? And then she still gotta face the same system that we're running from.
But you know, Humble, let me just say this though. You see how you made the lob about her, right? As other people have made a lob about her. She put herself in a public forum. This is just what comes with it. Opinions on it.
Right about that.
So my thing is, it's not about kicking her while she down. That's not what I'm doing. At the end of the day, I'm just doing what you're inviting me to do because you made the topic is about her. So therefore, you're gonna get the up and the down, the pros and the cons about it. At the end of the day, just like everybody else from what I saw today. So you have mixed emotions about it. So my thing is, all I'm doing is
I'm talking about you personally.
Yeah, me personally, and I'm giving my personal opinion.
I'm saying you personally, right? I hear you talking about how you speaking, right? And I understand what you're saying, but it's not both ways. It's only one way, and I don't understand that. Meaning that if I ask you,
you want me to find sympathy in it, right?
Nah. Listen what I'm saying. Let me ask you a question. Do you believe that Malcolm or Martin got what they deserve? I just need a yes or no.
You said Malcolm or Martin got what they deserve?
Yeah, hold on, what y'all? Please,
I will not equate the two.
This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do.
Nah, man, you sound weird.
Hold on, this is what I'm going to do.
I will not.
I'm going to direct the question to you. Hey, Sheen, I'm going to direct the question to you. Anybody come off mute, I'm just going to drop you and block you. So, Sheen, my question to you is, and I just need a yes or no.
No, it's not a yes or no question.
Yes. I'm going to tell you why.
Go ahead. You could tell me why, because that's not a yes or no question.
I'm going to tell you why. Just answer the question. Just think about it. Do you believe Malcolm or Martin got what they deserve?
Of course not.
Okay, now listen. Even though us black people, right, we don't feel like they got what they deserve, right? Because they represented it, right? But that's our opinion. Because there was a lot of people that didn't like Malcolm. There was a lot of people that didn't like Martin. There was a lot of people that he offended. Even if you just look at Malcolm alone, right? Everything, he was a pimp. He degraded women. He slutted them out. He did all of these things. And you as a woman, you don't respect that shit.
Right. But what does that have to do with the current topic?
He said things about, other people, pigs, all kind of racist shit, right, towards other people, right? And if you believe, right, like that's what I'm talking to you personally.
And he was practicing his freedom of speech. You know me. He was practicing his First Amendment. You know me.
No, time out.
Him and Malcolm.
But I'm not asking about.
But these two don't equate.
I'm not asking about freedom of speech because if you said that you agree, if the way you're using the freedom of speech is saying that anybody that says anything has the right to speak and you agree with it. I'm not asking you, do they have a right? I'm asking you, do you agree or is it right or wrong? So what I'm saying is this: if you don't believe that Malcolm and Martin got what they deserve, then you should understand where I'm coming from, because even though
I need you to bring it back full circle. I need you to bring it to how this equates to this current matter that we're speaking of right now.
So this is what I'm telling you. We all make mistakes. If you believe in Jesus Christ or any religion that you believe in that has a God, it tells you from the beginning, we were all created with sin, right? That means that it's impossible to be perfect, right? So that means that if you believe in the words like forgiveness, right? Empathy. We look at it, we acknowledge it.
You could sympathize with somebody without empathizing with them, though.
You have to empathize. You know why?
No, you don't. No.
Yes, I'm gonna tell you why.
No, you don't have to. I can sympathize without empathizing with you.
Hold on.
I can understand you and not feel you. It's a difference. I understand she made a reckless decision.
I don't make sense though, Sheen. You have to empathize, right? You have to empathize.
I don't have to empathize, Humble. Why would I have to empathize?
I'm just saying as far as with the human brain.
You have to empathize.
That we all understand that we're not perfect. We all understand that
we know nobody's perfect. All humans are flawed.
Listen, we all understand, right, that we make mistakes. Let me ask you this question. Are you fucking perfect?
Of
Did
course
you
not.
ever do? No, listen. In your 35 years of living,
I
have
did
you
some
ever
shit
did?
and I paid for
Listen,
it.
exactly. Time out. Listen.
Right.
Even though you pay for it, right? Does that mean that people are supposed to kick you and beat you down? They're not supposed to emphasize.
They don't have to empathize with me though. That's
They
a
have to.
personal choice to
If it wasn't
empathize.
unintentional, if it was unintentional, yes.
No,
They don't have to.
that's where sympathizing coming at, humble. That's not
Right.
empathizing. That's where
That's not
sympathizing
empathizing.
coming
No,
at.
sympathizing, even sympathizing.
Sympathizing, yes. I realized this girl, her intentions was never to go out and murder somebody. We know that, right? She was never her intentions, right?
Who
But
is
my
it?
thing is her decisions that led up to that moment. I don't have to empathize with the recklessness, the negligence. I don't have to empathize with that because that was a conscious choice to go live while you were driving with them kids and not be paying attention. That's just the facts there. That's just black and white. Now
So no,
that's
it's
where
not
the
even
sympathy,
empathize.
come in. That's a
It's
great
not
area of
empathize.
life.
I mean,
That's where the
listen, it's
sympathy
not
is at.
empathize. I'm saying sympathize. So let me tell you this. She made
I
a
can
mistake. We all
sympathize,
make
yeah.
mistakes, right? We all did some dirty shit, right? If it
Of
wasn't
course.
intentional, it means that it was an accident, it was a fucking mistake, right? But for
Right.
everybody to be
That's
out
where
here on this
sympathy
app trying
comes
to
in that,
jump
not
on her,
empathy.
trying to tell out, I'm not getting into the word joint. I said empathize when I meant sympathize, right?
Okay.
Now we got that clear, right? But my thing is this: for people to come out here and act like, oh, y'all can't sympathize with her because she made a mistake. Motherfucker, we do everything. We do so many things every fucking day that we know we shouldn't fucking
That's
do.
not a
The only
mistake.
difference
That's an
is
accident.
some
It's a
people get
difference,
caught
humble. It's not a
and some
mistake.
people don't get caught. But because she happened to be, had a result where she got caught in it, let me ask you this.
Because she caught up
If
in this world,
everybody's coming on this app,
of
right?
technology
If
that's fucking up
everybody's coming
people's
on this
brains.
app, right? Hold on, because you don't know her,
Yeah.
right? So if everybody's coming on this app, right, said all this negative shit about her, right? On a deli, we're not talking about once in a while. On a deli, 2.2K, 3.3K in her room. So if she's so negative and so bad, right? And everything she say is
Well, who
not
said
good.
that?
How did
She
no,
was.
I'm not talking to you per se. I'm just saying in general. It's evidently, right, that she has more love than hate.
Right. And that's the thing. Nobody is taking away her character. She did some reckless shit and it was negligent and she cost somebody their life. So therefore, that don't write out all her good. No, that don't outweigh her good she did. But her one wrong, sometimes you have many pros and one bad con. And this is her one bad con. That just altered her life completely and her child. I saw somebody in the comments say it was one child, like that matters. Children, child, it doesn't matter. Her one wrong decision altered her whole life. And my thing is, it was an avoidable decision. That's the key here. It was an avoidable accident because the facts are people are so caught up. You know how many people I see in the street with their head down at red lights driving, they on this phone, they act like they can't take a minute to pick their eyes up and pay attention. That's a personal problem, number one, because you have to be able to control yourself. These phones is a drug. These lives, this TikTok is a drug. If you can't balance the two, you should not have it at the end of the day. It's like a drug.
Right.
That's like if the drugs start consuming you,
Yeah, I
then you
understand that,
can't,
but
then
you
you
keep
can't
talking
use
about what
it.
people can avoid, right? And we can go in there, right, and say this: people can avoid having babies every day and being with deadbeat fathers.
And that's a fact. That's a choice they make to
guess
lay
what?
down.
But I
Guess
don't
what?
think
They
we
do it.
comparing the two though.
They
Like
do
that's
it.
different. That's
It's
putting
no,
someone
it's not
else's
different. I
life in
bet
danger.
They
this
do
is
it
the thing.
exactly, and you have
You
to
guys are
take
trying to
account.
put
And
levels. What y'all trying to do is put levels on what's greater or what's lesser than.
you're
But
putting
that's
I
levels.
guarantee you this: a
Humble.
mistake is a mistake.
But
It's
that's
not a
life.
mistake. It was an
Life is
accident.
about
It's not a
levels.
mistake. It was an accident. It's not a mistake
Right.
though. Those are two different things. She had an accident because she wasn't paying attention. A mistake is a different situation.
So, but time out. Can you look
A
up
mistake
the word?
is forgetting to get your
Okay,
oil
I got you,
changed,
and I'm not even
and
arguing with
that's
you.
kind of
Listen,
irresponsible too. But
accident.
you
Can
can
you
forget that. A
define?
mistake is
Listen,
forgetting
I got you.
to put your
Listen,
blinker
can
on.
you
That's a
look up?
mistake.
Can you tell me the definition of the word accident?
All right, I'm gonna pull it up.
Yeah, put it up, and I'm gonna put it on the big
Can I say
screen.
something?
Yes, go. You can speak. While you doing that, Sheen, I want you to not only pull it up. I want you to put it on your screen so I can put it on the big
But for
screen.
God's
Go ahead.
grace, how many accidents have we avoided? And look up and said, "Oh God, heart beating, racing, everything." You done got skid marks on the street because you had to stop emergently. Whether it's the phone, makeup, eating food, just being distracted on your own, thinking about work or whatever that is. That this is something that has happened, but don't take it to the point where but for her being on TikTok, or we've all had these almost accidents. All of us, heart racing. Who hasn't? But God's grace. And in this instant, it didn't happen like that.
Okay,
I'm
hold
not
on. Hey,
having.
Star.
I'm not having.
Hey,
I'm not
Star.
having.
Hold on, Star. I want you to finish. Hold on. Go ahead, Sheen.
It's not Star. It's Top Shelf. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Top shot. I just can't see. I just see 3 stars. But hold on, real quick, Sheen. Put your camera back on, and don't change the. Don't change the definition, please. Put it back
How
on the
the hell
screen.
I'm gonna change it?
No, I'm just saying. I'm talking about don't change. Like get
You
out of
said
it.
it's accident, then I'm gonna pull up mistake.
Accident.
No. Yeah. Put up accident. Now, hold on.
An
What did it say?
unfortunate incident that happens unexpectedly and unintentionally, typically resulting in damage or injury.
Okay, time out.
That's
So
an
she had
accident.
So time out. Let me ask you a question. Did she have an accident?
Yes, she had an accident. You
Was
said
it
mistake.
time out. I said. Let's time out. Hold on. Was it intentionally?
We know it was intentional. Nobody's saying it was intentional. Humble. You didn't never hear me say me personally. You never heard me say it was
I'm
intentional.
not. But because I'm not only speaking to you.
I
per se,
know, but
I'm
me
speaking-
clarifying
Even when I'm
us,
speaking
our
to you
dialogue.
directly. Listen. Even when I'm speaking to you directly, I'm still speaking indirectly because I'm speaking to everybody else. We ain't the only 2 people here.
Understandable. So if she did have an accident, but it wasn't a mistake. So would you like me to pull up mistake?
Time out.
Can
No,
I
time
speak,
out.
please?
I didn't ask you to pull it up, but you can.
Oh, okay.
because I
No,
know
no,
you
no.
want to.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
have to. Go ahead.
No, go
I
ahead.
don't
Pull it
have
up. I want to see what it says. Go ahead. Pull it up.
to. All right.
I don't think unaliving is compared to injury though. These are 2 different. That's why I say it is.
We don't care what you think, bro. Pull it up and put it on the board, brother.
Can I say something quickly though?
Yes. Hold on. Let me just read this prompt. Let me
So
just read this
mistake,
response.
an action or judgment that is misguided or wrong. She wasn't misguided.
She was misguided. I'm gonna
Okay.
tell you why she was
I
misguided.
actually feel like
Misguided
it's
means
more of a mistake.
hold on. What misguided is wrong because misguided is she knew what was right and she knew what was wrong, right? And she still chose to do what was wrong because of whatever reasons.
Being
Because of
misguided is not
whatever
having the
reasons.
knowledge.
Listen,
Humble. You can only be
time out.
misguided if you don't have the knowledge of what
That's
you're
not
doing.
true.
Yes, it is.
That's
A
not
mistake.
true.
Children make
Read the
mistakes because they're
definition
still
again.
learning.
That's not true. You
Read
listen,
the
time out.
definition again.
Let me ask you a question. Sheen, I'm talking about fucking reality. How many things you did in your 35 years that you knew was wrong, but you still did it?
And it wasn't a mistake. I
It
knew
was
it was wrong. Look at the
misguided.
key word
It was
you use. The key
misguided.
word knew was wrong. If I knew something was wrong, that cannot be a mistake. That means I just enacted my free will.
All right, so listen, do me a favor, right? So we ain't gotta go back and forth, and we can let the other lady speak. Can you go into more detail? Mistake? Can you ask the question? Is a mistake knowing or unknowing? And then put it up, and I want to see what you actually type in. Go ahead. Rada,
Yep.
whatever it is. Right? Yeah, go ahead and speak.
Hello. Yeah, so anyway, I do feel like it is a mistake because like you know what you're doing. Honestly, a lot of us do things that we know are wrong, but we should not do it. We should not be doing makeup while we're driving. Duh. We should not, be texting while driving. We shouldn't be on our phones while driving, right? It doesn't make it an accident just because you end up getting the consequence because you have like a negative outcome from it. Whether you hurt somebody, you hurt yourself, it's still a mistake because you should never do that to begin with. Ever.
Thank you.
It's wrong.
Accident because
And I'm not
it's
judging anybody, but we all have to take a look at ourselves. And we do a lot of things and we go about life. We do things that we should not be doing, right? And the only time that we actually learn is when we get a bad outcome from it.
There we
And
go.
then we finally figure out our lesson. But we should not do those things to begin with just because we can get away with it. Like
Yeah, but
laws
that's
are
not true. That's
laws
not
for a
true.
reason.
That's not true. That's not true. You got some truth to it to a degree, but everything you just said fully is not true. Because I'm not a dumbass nigga. I don't need to learn something negative or something to go bad or wrong in order for me to comprehend and understand and learn something. So
How do you learn?
Because I learned because I read and I comprehend what's going on, meaning that I never been hit by a car, right? That don't mean I have to be hit by a car to not know not to run in front of one. Like, what are you talking about? Let me ask you this. What negative thing happened to you that you learned that 1 + 1 was 2? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
But this is not a comparison
I'm
of
not
the
It is a
saying
two.
that.
comparison.
Why?
But she's saying learning. She
No,
said that
I'm
a lot of
saying
us.
in this. Okay, can I like
Bro, that's not how
explain
life
myself,
works.
host? Though, so what I'm saying is like in this situation, I know a lot of people they text and drive, right? They're on their phones while they're driving, and most of the time we sort of think it's fine, even though we know it's illegal, right? We know that there could be negative repercussions to it, but since it's like a pretty low risk of us having something bad happen to us, we still do it.
Yeah,
So
we
then it takes
underminded.
the
That's what we
one out
did.
of like 1,000
Yeah,
bad instances for us to learn from it,
I agree with
even
that.
though
We
it shouldn't be that
definitely
way.
And
So listen, me
recklessness.
ask one more question, right? I'm gonna leave it to open panel, right? Star, I only see the star, so that's why I keep saying it, and I apologize for cutting you off. I know you wasn't finished. I want to give you a chance to land your plane. First, I want to do this. Hey, Sheen, I want you to look up the words that look up what we were speaking about. Hey, Nas, I want to put you on the big screen real quick. You sound real confident. You sound like a good guy, a good brother. You got knowledge and wisdom and understanding and stuff, right? Is there any way you can turn your camera on real quick?
About you want me to show something or?
No. I just want you to turn your camera on, just so.
Hold on, let me just say this real quick because I'm gonna just end this right here. They said a mistake could be either knowing, intentional, or unknowing, unintentional. So that's
Okay.
that double standard there.
Okay. So listen, that means that you're not wrong, and that means that I'm not wrong, and that means that it's just a situation where it depends on the individual and whatever side they want to choose of it. And I can't give you no fight back off of that. All right. Now, hey Nas, can you turn on your camera real quick, bro?
Is there exact reason why? It's 1
Yeah.
a.m. in New York right
Listen.
now.
I don't want you to show me now. I just want to see.
See what?
I want to ask you a question, but I want you to look me in my eyes when I answer this question. That's all.
Look you. I'm listening, brother. Go ahead.
Can you turn it on? No, because the reason why I'm going to say this, right? Because I want to make sure. I want to make sure that your eyes, right, is straight on your phone and that you're not looking up. I'm gonna ask you a question, but I want to make sure that you're looking and you're not googling it and looking at because you sound very intelligent.
I'm listening, bro. Go ahead.
All right, never mind then, bro. Go ahead, y'all. Continue.
Oh,
Okay.
I was gonna prove to them you're not as smart as you trying to sound.
I'm not trying to, but my thing is, see, you're trying to go at me and attack me for what? I don't know, but I'm just saying what reality is, bro.
Yeah,
A lot
and
of
that's
things
what
are
I'm
not
saying.
black
What
and
you
white how
just
you
said,
think
right?
it
When
is.
she was just talking, everything you just said, right? You was telling me basically the way you were speaking that I was 100% wrong, right? But being that
I
she's an
didn't say that.
authentic real person, right? Yeah, because we were talking about
When did I
mistake. You said now
when
look
did
up
I say you
mistake.
was wrong in any
You
conversation we had?
said now look up mistake. And what I just said,
So
what
what
she
did I
just
say
said,
you was wrong?
you said it's not a mistake.
It's really in between the two. It's not, like if you know that you're not supposed to be on the road texting and know that it's a lot of things that come from it, right? You know you're not supposed to be do that. So can I truthfully really call it a mistake?
Yeah, that's what I'm
If
saying.
you
But
played
see what I'm
sports
saying? You're
before,
doing it again,
you
right?
drop a pass. That don't mean it was a mistake. You
You're doing
tried.
it right now, right? But if we look at the actual definition, it don't matter what I think or what you think. It matters about how it's defined, right?
It
But at
truthfully
the same
matters how
time,
the
it
law
would be
takes it. It's
listen.
not.
And I'm not even saying you're wrong because from the definition she just read, it means that it's subjective, right? Depending on the individual, and that's why I said nobody's wrong. But in my eyes, I say is this: it could be a mistake, right? If it's not intentional, that means that you didn't mean to cause it, right? So it's a mistake. But you're saying that if you known that driving on your phone could get in an accident, right? Whatever, right? You could be right on that aspect because it's like, damn, you know what? You know you shouldn't be doing this, but you're doing it, right? But just because you're knowing that you're doing something, right? You don't know that now if you would have known the end results and you still chose to do it, that would be intentionally.
Yeah,
If I know how dangerous gang members are, and I'm on the block with gang members on the block on the corner, and they usually get stopped by police officers every night, and I still hang out on the corner with them,
it's not an
what do you
accident.
think? You think I'm supposed to? What I'm gonna tell the police? It's a mistake. It was a mistake. It was an accident. I was
Nah,
hanging
that's
out with them.
different. That's different.
These are known facts,
Nah,
though.
but that's a different.
Realistically, though, it's not different because at the
It's
end of the day,
not.
she knew.
Yeah, that is different
She's
because
on live. Her eyes is focusing. You're supposed to be looking straight on the road. Everybody knows when you're driving. You're supposed to be looking straight. If you pivot anywhere else from straight, you know you violating. You know it's a chance that something can happen. And
But
she
either
took
way,
that risk.
it's a mistake. Like the
But that's why
mistake.
a mistake is intentional or unintentional. I just read the definition. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can
The
see I can
mistake is
see
like
there.
after the fact,
I
but it's
just
not
don't
an
feel like it's a
accident.
mistake.
Like you didn't accidentally pick up your phone and like get
Let's be
on and
honest
start
here.
texting.
She
That's not an
intentionally put
accident.
that phone up.
You didn't make an accident to text. You don't make an accident to be on the phone while you're in the car.
It's
That's not an
intentional.
accident.
Correct.
Right,
But
exactly.
let's be
So you
honest
made
here.
a mistake
We could give
because
so
you
many
got the
different
outcome
variables,
that
right?
comes with
But
it.
hold
Now
on,
that
time
you
out.
hurt
Listen to what I'm
somebody or
saying,
you hurt
sweetie.
yourself.
Listen, we all can give so many different variables, right? And perspectives of the understanding, right? But when we take you out of it and take me out of it and we look at the definition, it does say that it can be knowing or unknowing,
Exactly.
intentional.
That's what I'm saying. We never know. Like we can't say what we want and what we will do. It's not logic.
We're driving. We're not supposed to be distracted at all while driving. That's something we know. So
We
that's different. That would be a mistake if it was something that you did and you didn't know what the outcome could possibly be. You know, if you have any type of distractions while
No, but
driving,
wait, but
something
listen,
can
but if
happen.
you're saying
That's where the knowing come in.
but
That's where
Sheen,
the
if you're
intention
saying
come
that
in.
if you know something, right? If you're saying this, if you're saying that if you know something, right, and you do it, right, it can't be considered a mistake, right? So this is what I'm going to say to men and to women. Whoever have children, right, men or women, and you discipline your children, have you ever, right, wanted to discipline your child, right, in an aspect of you just wanted to get their attention? Maybe you want to smack their hands, right, but you try to smack their hands or whatever, and you smack their hands just a little too hard, right, and you felt that way, right? Now time out. Your intention was to smack their motherfucking hand, but unintentionally you didn't mean to smack them that motherfucking hard.
That's
Now,
your. Then that means you can't control your emotions or your impulses. That means you gotta control yourself.
Hold on.
A spanking, you supposed to know the difference. It's spanking and abuse. Discipline and abuse is two.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. You would deem it as a mistake because you said, yo, I meant to discipline him, right? But I didn't mean to do it in that severe or to the attitude, to that latitude of it, right? To that extent, right?
Magnitude.
But you would call it a mistake, meaning that I wanted to discipline him or her, but I didn't mean to do it that much. But you would say that it was a mistake. But
That's
how
an
can it be?
excuse.
If we're going off your logic, how can it be a mistake if you knew you wanted to discipline them and you knew you wanted to inflict pain? Now, you might have inflicted more pain than you wanted to, but you already knew that was going to inflict pain. So if we're going off what you're saying, right, it wouldn't be a mistake. That would be abuse.
Because that's not something that's an excuse. Because at the end of the day, if you want to discipline your child, get them a spanking, and you go too far, that means you had some built up. You overstimulated. It's too much. But you knew that before you went at that child. Every mother knows. Every mother.
Because if we're going off of your logic, right, it means that you're saying
I'm speaking from the perspective that you're talking about.
I'm speaking from your logic. Sheen, hold on, Sheen. I'm speaking from your logic. If you know that if you wanted to inflict pain, there's no line between soft, hard, medium. If you know you wanted to inflict pain, that was your fucking goal. So there's no such thing as hitting them too hard.
Yep,
Because
you're
you
right.
wanted to inflict pain.
You're right, host. You're right.
Things are not as black and white as we see right now.
Like, I feel like in order to make a mistake, you have to know that what you're doing is like bad, but you just made the wrong decision. And then you get the bad outcome, and then you're like, oh, I made a mistake.
Hey, yo, listen.
You sort of knew what you were doing beforehand.
What is her name? Hey, listen. I promise you my bitch look better than you. And I bet you if they look at your picture, man's I bet you look like a grown-ass man. I bet you look like somebody's son in the face.
Oh my. Okay. I'm going to go. I didn't get to talk, but I'm going to go.
Now, go ahead. You can speak, sweetie. I'm sorry. I'm in the comments.
Yeah. This is a lot.
Go ahead, get your turn.
I feel that it was an accident. It's not letting her off the hook or having over sympathizing for this woman for her actions. But when I say I can promise you probably 80% of the people that are in this live right now on this platform in the comments We have all driven out of pocket. We've all done it. It's by the grace of God, we are not having the same outcome that this woman is having. So let's stop acting holier than thou with mistake versus accident versus all of that. It happened. It was not intentional. And some grace has to be given, not just for her, but for the family that has lost their member. Let's be real with this. Let's take these little halos off our heads as if we don't all do this and indulge in this because it's happened to someone else. You better hope that it doesn't happen to you next week, because we all do this. That's all I wanted to say. Let's get off this high horse. And y'all have a good morning.
Okay, so go ahead. I'm gonna mute up for a little bit. I'm gonna do open panel. Everybody speak your opinion, how y'all feel about the situation and everything y'all heard. Go ahead.
I'll let somebody else that's new talk, because
I want to say that I agree. It's an accident. Of course, she didn't wake up thinking, oh, this is how my night is going to end. For others, some of us can see between the lines. I had a couple interactions. I did also follow her, me and Tea Time. Literally humble, your name is in front of her. And honestly, that's the other side of what actually is happening when you are, like we say. I had a realization sitting at the airport. I'm charging my stuff. I looked up and it was a baby that was barely one walking around. She was so smart. And another lady doing yoga. And I realized everybody else has their heads down. I have been T-boned. I have been in an accident due to somebody. He had phone in his face. We in the ambulance. This man got the phone in his face. I don't understand. So I am one of the ones that put their phone down. I love to put my phone down. I don't like talking on the phone. I will have the radio, the playlist on and let it play. Skip the ad if I can. If I can't, I'm going. Because there are so many people who are on their phones. You can tell by the movement. I be watching. You can tell by the movement. I look on the phone. I can't believe it. So it is something that's like the consequences of your actions. This is what it led to. Unfortunately, somebody did, have to pass. My condolences to that victim. But it's also a lesson in this for Tea Time as well. But yeah, it's unfortunate that it had to end like this for her. But it's a lesson for all of us too. She's so popular. Everybody talking about her throughout this day on this live, on this social media platform. Spread this around. Put your phones down. We don't want to be like Tea Time. You don't want that to happen. She a set example. She wanted to be spoken about so much. She wanted the light on her so much. This is her light. And this is what a lesson for her and all of us. Whether you like her or not, whether you agree with her or not. That's what I got to say.
Well, may I ask what happened to her? Hello?
Woman was driving. She was on TikTok Live, and she hits a man, and he lost his life.
Oh. So, and she lost her life as well?
No.
She's in jail?
I'm assuming.
Okay.
See, me personally, I had a situation where I hit a woman with my car,
Oh my God.
my truck, years ago.
Funny, but I didn't
Because
think
she
you'd
was
say
walking.
that.
I cleared my, how you come out. I'm from New York. I was in New York, and I was clearing my mirrors so I can back up out the parking spot. Once I cleared my mirrors and I went in reverse, she happened to be coming across me, but she was on FaceTime with her head down on my phone, so she didn't see me backing up. I already cleared my mirrors. She walked in my blind spot at that time. Luckily, nothing happened behind that, but that was a situation where that was 100% her fault. How are you crossing a street with your head down in a phone? Now, did I get out and be a good Samaritan? Of course. I asked her if she wanted to go to the hospital, and my tags wasn't even right. I could have went to jail, but I still have a heart
I'm still a woman of God. So at the end of the day, I got out. I said, do you need help? And I knew possibly if she wanted to go to the hospital and they called police, I was going to jail that day. But I was not going to just let the woman sit there. But my thing is, it still was her
Oh yeah,
fault.
you definitely did
Yeah,
right.
but see,
It
time out.
still was
That's what
her.
I'm
Hold
saying.
on.
But
It's no,
see,
hold on. It still was her fault. I cleared my mirrors. I'm about to back up. It is a Yukon. I'm in a black Yukon
yeah,
backing
but
up.
Sheen, this is why I say it's subjective, right? Because this is my thing, right? This is the argument and the pushback that you always going to get. Even if she was on her phone looking down, right, etc., right? Some people would say that she can't hurt your car, but your car can hurt her, right? And they were saying that even if she wasn't paying attention and you're the one driving, right, for you to hit her, bump her, or whatever, even though she was all right, they're gonna say you're not paying attention because if she wasn't paying attention, right, but you were, you still wouldn't have hit her or bumped her any kind of way. If you both were
Understandable,
paying,
but that's between God and God. That'd have been between me and
But I,
God to fight that case.
no,
Because in
hold
all
on,
but I
time out.
reality,
But
commend
listen,
you.
but
hold on.
listen.
In all reality, like
That's
I
not
said,
what
you're
I'm
not listening to
saying,
me.
though.
I was
But listen,
coming out
that's
of a
not what I'm
parking spot.
saying.
I checked my mirror. She came in my
Yeah,
blind
time out.
spot.
But time out. You didn't check your mirrors good enough because if you
Yes,
would
I
have checked,
did. I saw her.
listen,
She was on the curb when I checked my
listen, though.
mirror. She didn't cross the street yet.
Listen
That's
what I'm
why I checked
saying.
my mirrors and I
Listen
started
what I'm
backing
saying.
up.
If you would have checked your mirrors good enough and paying attention, right? She could have walked into your car, but your car wouldn't have not bumped into her.
But I,
Understandable.
but I
I was
commend you
driving with
for
bad tags. I take
I could
1,000% accountability
I'm a
for that.
mute
But
up.
you're
and
still
I'm a
and
missing
mute
the
up.
point. You're
and
still
I
missing the
commend
point that
you.
the woman was crossing the street with her head down on a phone.
And I commend
Is
you.
a truck
Yeah,
backing
but you know
up?
what? One right
And I
is
can,
not better. One
but
right
I'm
is
look,
not
not
I
better
can.
saying I
than
was
the
right.
others.
I'm not
Hold
saying I
on,
was
No,
right.
hold
no,
on.
you need to
The
give her
thing,
her,
the
her
thing.
I
I'm
commend her for
sorry.
I'm sorry, but I
I'm
commend her
trying to be
for
patient.
not running off because like she said, she was being honest about her tags not being valid. And there's plenty of people who would have hit her and ran off because they want to get caught by the law. But I commend her for staying. I mean, sometimes you may be doing wrong, but
No,
right is right.
fuck no. Because
Okay.
if we're going off of her logic, right? Listen, if we're going off of she's logic,
Would make
right?
her previous
She,
point.
you talking about a mistake? You're talking about which right or wrong. If you knew you had
Y'all
bad
I
act like
didn't
y'all
say
tags,
I
never
right?
made a
did
mistake.
wrong.
Did you
No,
hear me
Y'all
say
act
I
I'm
like
made a
just
y'all
saying
never
what I'm
did
mistake?
wrong.
saying. But listen what I'm
Y'all
saying.
y'all
You,
act like
she
y'all
could
never did
not been
wrong.
listen, you have to accept it 100% as being in the
No, he
wrong.
acting
And I'm gonna tell
But
you
that
why.
whole thing, pedestrians always, we already know as
No, no,
drivers. I
no,
was a New
no,
Yorker that
not
never
even
respected
that. Not
drivers
even
until I started driving.
pedestrians.
People
Listen,
do, pedestrians do
not
dumb
that
shit
ain't
at
what
the
I'm
end of the day.
saying. But listen, I'm not even talking about the pedestrian part. Listen, what I'm
right.
saying. What I'm saying is this: if we're talking about people making bad decisions when they know right or wrong, right, and about intentions, if we're going off of what you're saying, then I can come back and give you pushback and say you had intentions of hitting that person and running them over. And you would say no. And I would say yeah, because if we're going off of logic and evidence, right? Number one is you already plan to do wrong because you already know it's illegal to put bad tags on your car. Number two is you know you shouldn't be driving with bad tags. Number three, if you was following the law and doing what was righteous, which was right, you wouldn't have put bad tags on your car, and you definitely wouldn't have got in the car trying to drive with bad tags. So
She
if we
un
go the whole way around it, it's your fault 100%.
she understands that what
Hold
she's
on,
saying
sweetheart.
is that
Sweetheart.
she
You
wouldn't
wasn't
even
on
be
here when
having
she
this
started. Hold
conversation if
on,
she not
sweetheart.
have thought about that individual
Okay.
beforehand. She
Yes.
understands that y'all can't sit up here and act like y'all ain't done nothing illegal.
Sweetheart,
Some
that's
of
not,
y'all,
sweetheart,
that's
that's
what I'm
not
saying.
what we
Some
doing. That's
some
not
of
what we
y'all
doing.
have got probably committed food
Look,
stamp fraud,
look,
lied on your
sweetheart,
application.
Lord.
Some of y'all probably got Section 8 and not doing what you're supposed to do. Some of
Right,
y'all be speeding
right,
every day against the law.
right,
So don't sit up here and act like
right,
you don't understand what she's saying.
right,
I'm a nurse and I try and follow law
right.
best
So
I
am
can,
I.
but
So
I
you probably
understand what
just
she's
came
saying.
on. You
She's
probably just
saying,
came in the live because she just bashed the heck out of another chick for
Exactly.
negligence, and she should have known, and she should have did this, and she should have did that. She just did a whole spiel of bashing this chick and didn't have no sympathy and didn't have to have sympathy, but then turn around and say she hit somebody.
She wants the
Like
same
you
grace that
could have
she
Where did
deserves
you
unalived
ask
as
that
for
well.
grace
woman.
though? Where
Hold
did
on,
you
wait,
hear
wait,
me
wait,
ask for grace
sweetheart.
at? All I said was the
Hold on,
woman,
sweetheart,
she
sweetheart. Hold
had
on.
her
We
head in
listen
the
to you.
phone.
We
She was
listen to
crossing
you.
a
We
street,
listen
a
to
crowded
you. We
street with her head in
listen
the
to
phone. You
you.
like
You're
I
making
bashed her. Y'all just don't like what I said
What
about
I'm
her.
saying is,
you're
People
what
could
making
have
I'm
said the
saying
same
is,
thing about me. I'd
I
have
have
to
a
eat it.
car.
I'd have
I
had to
have a
eat
car.
that.
I have an SUV. I I know I have a blind spot on my SUV. If I see a woman across the street, I'm gonna double check to make sure I ain't hit her. If I see a dog walking, I'm gonna double check and make sure I don't hit
And
that
I
dog.
fucked up.
So it was
I
your fault.
fucked up.
But you just talked
Correct.
about this other
But
woman
both of
who
us was
made a
in both of
mistake
us
that
were,
you
but
sat
that was a
there and
situation where
justified was
both of
not a
us was
mistake.
wrong
You just
though.
said it wasn't her,
You don't
her
cross the
mistake.
street with your head down in
Listen,
the
sweetheart,
phone
you
on
brought the
FaceTime.
definition out. You the main one that brought the definition out. You said it wasn't a mistake. It wasn't an accident. Then you said you
I
shouldn't have
said I
sympathy
fucked
for
up.
her.
There's no other way to admit my
I'm
fault
talking
in
about
that.
what you just
Hey,
bashed
nah,
about this
T,
young
I
lady.
didn't
just
bash her
hold
though. I
on one
didn't
thing.
bash her. I just said it's negligence, and I don't
This is
empathize. I
why they're giving you
sympathize.
so much
That's not me
pushback. Hey,
bashing her.
Sheen,
Right. Well,
hey,
we don't have
Sheen,
sympathize for you.
I
hold
didn't
on, what
ask you for
y'all?
sympathy
This
though.
is
I didn't
why.
ask you for that.
Listen. This is why. Hey, Sheen, this is why she giving you so much pushback.
I don't care about Humble. You don't have to explain for her. Me and her
No,
could
I know,
talk.
no. I'm telling you what I'm saying
She telling
and
me
what
how she
everybody
feel.
else
That's
is
her
saying
public. That's
because
her
you're
right.
not understanding.
That's
Because if
her
you was
right
understanding,
to
right?
feel that way.
But
All I
listen,
said was short.
no. We're going off of your logic. You're not even understanding your own logic. That's what we're trying to tell you, and that's why you're getting the pushback. It's because you're talking about a mistake, right? What's right, what's wrong, knowingly and unknowingly, right? And what we're saying is she didn't knowingly know that she was going to get in a car and hit somebody, right? But you're saying that she knew that she shouldn't have been looking at her phone. You know you shouldn't be texting
I
and
was dead
talking,
ass wrong,
etc.
and she was dead ass wrong.
So time out. So this is why we're saying even though it's a mistake, right? Right, it could be a mistake even knowingly, right? Unguided, because
Yeah,
this you know
and I
goddamn well.
fucked up.
Listen, you knew. So, but even when you reply after I gave you the answer, you said it was both of our fault.
It
And what
is
we're
still
telling,
both. So hold on, let me ask you this.
hold
So
on,
let me ask you this.
no.
So
Listen
would
what
you
I'm
cross the
saying.
street with
No,
your head
because we're
down the
gonna
phone?
keep going through the same shit. We're not gonna get nowhere. We hear you keep saying that it's both of y'all fault, and everybody on the panel and everybody in the chat's telling you it's not both of y'all fault.
No,
So
I
why
think it's
continue to let you
negligence on
speak,
All
both
I'm
right?
sides.
asking,
But
all I'm
listen what I'm
asking
saying.
is,
Listen what I'm saying. Why continue to let you speak if you're not understanding what we're saying, Sheen? We're telling you that it was 1,000,000% your fault, 0% of her fault. You
Well, I
shouldn't have
don't.
been in the car. You
That's
got a fucked
true.
up light. You got a fucked up tag.
That's
You
true.
should have
But
never been in it. Guess what? If you would have never listen, if you would have been abiding by the law, right? You would have never been in the car. Fuck
come
what
on
you
now.
had to do. Fuck what you was going through. If you would have never took your ass in the car, right? She would have never got hit. No matter if she had her head down, up, sideways, sleep, whatever. If you wouldn't have got your ass in the car, it would have never happened.
and I was, and I took
But host,
accountability.
I think she
I
understands
took
that. Now,
accountability for that. My point
that's
is though, you don't cross a busy street with your head down the phone.
that's a
So it's
perfect
like you taking
world
Yes,
that
we agree with that.
accountability
Shane,
for
we
her and
agree that
blaming her.
that's
And
why
that's
it
my
should be.
point. That's not me taking
No,
no blame off of
that
myself. I
your
don't give a
point and
fuck what
what you're saying.
everybody's saying.
Listen,
I'm not
but your
saying that I was
point.
innocent in a
No,
situation. I never
Shane,
said
If you
no,
that.
take accountability, then you just
that's
have to
not
take
the point. The
accountability.
point is this: what should be done, and what you're saying is two different things. You're saying that nobody should be ever paying so much attention more than their environment and their surroundings. We agree. But when you come back and say that it was both of our fault, we disagree. That's what you don't understand. It wasn't her fault. It was your fault. That's the only difference.
But
Okay.
I do think that the person who was hit had some fault in it because I think both parties have an opportunity to prevent, an accident. Because you both have, whether she was in a car or not, you both have to look both ways. Our parents tell us to not just look out for you driving your car, but also the oncoming cars too. So in that instance, she was walking. So if she wasn't,
But that don't even matter, bro. Use your active listening skills. Listen to the story she told you. The
No, I
lady
get
didn't run
that.
into
I
the car.
understand.
Listen what I'm saying. The lady didn't run into the car. The car ran into the fucking lady.
Right.
So if my tags were straight, then what?
Can I say something for a minute?
No, I just want to ask a question because I'm trying to figure out where did I not take accountability?
Do you
I
want me
said
to
from
say?
the jump.
Do you want me to say
Hold on.
legally? Hold on. You want me to say
I said
legally?
from the jump, I
Hold on,
was
I got it. Let
wrong.
me answer
I
your
said
question.
you just
No, but let me answer your question.
Go ahead, ask the question then.
Your question is legally, right? If you would have had right the legal tags, right, in the same situation would have
I
happened.
never
right?
said she was 100% at fault. I'm talking to somebody in the comments. I
No,
never
listen
said
to
that.
what I'm saying.
People choose. No, I'm talking to somebody in the comments.
Oh, I got you, but I'm asking you. Your question was, if your tags were right, who would have been at fault, right?
But sometimes
Legally,
we have
you
blind
would have still
spots
been
too.
at fault.
I
You know
was
why?
at fault
Hey man.
regardless, humble. But my point is, I'm making a point to the main topic is how much this technology is consuming people. This woman is crossing a busy New York street with her head
Yes.
down in her phone, not paying attention.
But you gotta
God
make the
forbid,
point.
God
Your point
forbid.
has to be this. Your point has to
I'm
be.
not taking the
Your point
blame
has to
from
be.
my
No,
tags and
listen.
shit
Your
being
point
fucked
has
up.
to be
I
that you
shouldn't have
should
been
never be
driving. I know that.
consumed. Listen. The point is this: you should never be consumed consumed with anything around you when it comes to safety, as far as devices, etc. Right? But
That's
I'm
my
gonna tell
only
you right, and
point.
I
That was
agree
my whole
with you on
point.
that. I actually agree with you. But
If I never
after you
told
say
y'all,
that,
I
right?
was
Hold
transparent
on.
and saying my tags was fucked up. If I never said that
No,
part
it
of it,
don't
y'all
even
won't be
matter.
sitting here
Time
doing
out.
all
Hey,
this.
hey, but
Honestly.
Sheen, that
Honestly,
don't
It don't
let's
matter.
keep it a
matter.
buck.
It
Sheen, that
really
don't
don't
matter. You
matter.
still wrong. I'm gonna
I
tell you why you wrong.
understand. I
She's
never
not
not
saying
said I was wrong
she's
though.
not wrong.
No,
She's just
listen, she
saying that
not
it's
understand
both
what I'm
parts.
saying. I'm saying that when you say it's both for her fault, even if you go legally, it's not her fault. Because legally, pedestrians have the right of way.
That's
So you're
true.
still wrong.
That's true.
It's not her fault at
Lawfully,
all.
that's true.
Listen, with your
I'm not
bad
speaking
tags,
lawfully, humble. I'm
it's your
speaking
fault,
of the
right?
way that
But
everybody's
listen,
brains is fucked up from these devices
But
and
look,
these fucking this
I just want to say
internet
so
and
this.
shit.
listen.
That's what I'm
So
speaking about.
just say you shouldn't be talking and texting or not aware of your
We
surroundings
said
when
that.
you're
That was
on
the
a
whole
device.
point of
But
this.
when
Y'all
you
want to
come
keep
back
telling
and
me
say
something I
that it
already
was both for
know.
our fault, then that
It
means that
was.
everything that you said
I'm not
before that
swaying from that.
negates the truth.
No,
You
not
know what? You're right.
necessarily.
I'm done. If you
She's
can't
just saying.
listen, you too smart. Hey Sheen, you too smart to not understand what the
And
fuck
right,
I'm saying.
exactly.
No,
So
So
you
if
know,
you
you
just don't
should
want to
know that
admit
I
that
took
you wrong,
1,000%
then just don't say that
accountability
you
for being
wrong,
in the
bro.
car with my
But I'm not
tags
no.
gonna
messed
keep
up.
going
You
back
should
and
know
forth with
that.
you like you
She
can't
under. I
comprehend
You
think.
should
what the
know
fuck
that.
I'm
You should
saying.
know I took accountability for that part.
I
That
think
wasn't
she
my
You
point.
did. You're
understands.
not taking
That wasn't my
accountability when you're
point.
saying you're both wrong. When you're saying you're both wrong, you're not
About
taking
the
fucking
tag.
accountability.
She's
About the
still wrong in the
tag.
situation. For course, if I cross the street and not paying attention and I get hit by a car, whether the law agree with me, whether the law side with me or not, I knew my ass should have been paying attention.
Yes, that's what she's
That's
saying.
just
She's not
that's
saying
just
that
my
she's not
point. That was
wrong.
my start and that's my finish.
And then we
Wasn't
all
you just
know.
saying
We
about the
all
victim
look.
like it was the law? She shouldn't
And
have
I
been
got out the
But look.
car and
on
risked
live.
going to jail. I did the
But
right
look. We
thing.
all know that just because something is a law doesn't mean it's right. Slavery was a law as well. Doesn't mean it's right. Not
Pedestrians
many
don't
years
always
ago,
have the
it's
right
not
of way.
right.
They do dumb shit
But
to get hit.
it is her fault. But I'm
It is
saying
my
that
fault.
she's
Wow.
acknowledging
Wow.
that
Okay.
also that
Wow.
it's not
So
entirely
so
her
so
fault
it
because
would so
sometimes
you
we
know
have a
what?
blind spot as well.
I would have had sympathy for the situation that you went through. I would have had sympathy like I have sympathy for this young lady because unfortunately in her situation a life was lost. Unfortunately, your situation, a life could have been lost. And if it was lost, we'll be having a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
However, the reason why I don't have sympathy is because you did come on here and said so many things against the woman's situation because she was using technology. So you said everything wrong about her, but then when it comes to you, it's justified. And then
No,
you
I was
did
100%
hold on.
wrong. I was
No,
100%
you said
wrong.
you 100% wrong for your tags.
For
It doesn't
my
matter if your
from
tags was 100% right.
No, for my
It doesn't
actions in
matter. You still hit
general. Like
somebody.
I said, I
You
should have been
said
paying more
that
attention.
she was in the wrong, and everybody heard that, even
People
in the
don't never
comments.
hear accountability
No,
when you
Everybody
she
said
take it.
that.
said
I
they both
said
was in
that.
the wrong.
Sweetheart,
She
this was
said,
before you came on. I don't
No, I'm
know how
"I'm
saying
to
in
say
sorry, I'm
your
general,
sorry."
name. Yeah,
before
I don't know how to say your name.
my tags
But
and me not double
you said,
checking, I was wrong for
sweetheart,
that.
I know you're saying it now, and I
No,
love
I
it.
said it in
But you
general.
did
I don't
not
have to
say
say it in
that.
life. In
I've
life,
been
to
here.
my
I've
Sweetheart,
been
God, I
here
said
it's
for
that.
okay,
some
baby.
time, and
You
she
did not
definitely
say
said
that.
Listen,
it.
hey, yo,
I
listen, we're
said
gonna
that.
move on, right? And we're
That's
gonna get back on topic, right?
Thank you,
Because
Crown, because I
it's
said
clear.
that.
No. We're gonna get back on topic because clearly everybody you got a lot of people over talking and they're not really they just listen to respond and they're not actually listening to what people are saying. Because you got people saying, yeah. We're telling you the fault in what you said, and you're still not getting it, Sheen. You know I hold
Because
you
you're
to
not
your ass
getting
to the
that I
fire.
took 1,000% accountability
No,
though.
because what we're telling you is this. We're
You
not
mad
taking
because I'm putting
accountability.
blame on the
Listen
girl I
why.
hit. That's where y'all
Listen why
mad at.
she's telling. Listen why Paris has told you
Not
what she
about
just
the
told you.
accountability.
Listen, this is why Paris is saying you're not taking accountability. This is why I'm not saying you're taking accountability, and this is why everybody in the chat saying you ain't taking accountability.
And that's
I'm
y'all
not.
all
I don't.
personal
Because
I don't
opinions.
if the
agree with
listen,
that.
whether
You
listen,
said
if the tags
everybody,
listen,
but
hold on.
everybody's
If the
not
tags
saying that.
don't get dropped now, if the tags were illegal, right? That means it was intentional because
Okay.
you did something that you wasn't supposed to do. Now time out. If the tags were legal, right? You know the pedestrian has the right of way. Now, the part we
That
say
don't
you're
always
wrong
mean they
is,
got the
but
right of way though.
is why
That mean
we're
the
saying
law would have held my ass
this is
though.
why we're saying you don't have accountability. The reason why we're saying you don't have accountability, you just saying what the fuck sound good, is because this. You saying it was
Humble,
your
you know
fault.
I don't play me. Don't play with me. You know I don't say what sound good. I say what it is.
No,
Don't
because
do
listen,
that.
you
Don't do
have to
that.
be
Don't
because
do
you're
that.
not listening to nobody right
I'm
now.
listening to
I keep trying to
everybody's
get it
emotions
out, but
about it. I
listen.
took
I keep trying to get it
accountability.
out to
I
you,
hit the
but you're not
girl. I had
listening.
bad tags. She should have
Listen,
still
no,
had her
we're
head
not
up off.
talking about that. That's not the wrong part. The wrong part is this. You keep saying y'all both were at fault. And what we're telling you is you were the only one at fault.
And that's what y'all telling me. That's your opinion. That's y'all have the right to.
But my thing, host, why is she the only one at fault?
Because she's the only one. Can that human being hurt her car? Or can
It's
that
not
car
that.
hurt that human being?
But the
Did that human being put
was
me in a
not being
position to hurt her?
diligent. Think about this,
No.
think about this.
She
If
didn't?
you're
No,
say
on what
for-
aspect?
think about this. Say if you're walking, right? Even
On
though
what
she's at fault.
aspect?
I'm saying she's at fault.
Somebody could
But
run in the street while I'm driving and I could hit them and don't have no time to stop. Now the pedestrian, by the law, the pedestrian gonna be right. But the thing is,
No,
were
that's
they right?
false. No,
Absolutely
that's
not.
false. No, that's false.
she may
If
not be
somebody runs in
lawfully
front of your car while you're driving, they're in the wrong. That's different. You're
right.
not at fault for that.
She may not be lawfully the
That's
pedestrian.
no. Listen what she said. If she's driving in traffic and someone runs
I'm saying
in front of her
anything can
car,
happen. A
no.
pedestrian can do something and they will still be right by the law. But at the end of the day, that's why I say both of us are in the wrong there. I'm not taking away none of I'm 100% accountable for that. But I'm still putting accountability on her too for not paying attention. Because at the end of the day, that's her life she's supposed to care about. She's got to care about her life, and she was not paying attention to her own life at that moment. I could have been a shitty ass person and really hurt that girl and drove off. I did not do that, and I don't want no hero for that. I was violating.
And
But
that's
my
the
point
part-
is,
that's the
her
part I
cross.
think
The
y'all
whole
are
point
missing.
was she was crossing the street with her head in FaceTime, not knowing what's coming down, or it's a two-way street. You don't know what's coming, and you so
Yes.
happen to, and I happen to hit you with my car by accident.
And my
Because
thing is,
you was
I've
not paying
known
attention.
people. I've known people I've known people to have
Go
a
ahead,
hit
y'all.
and
It's an
run.
open panel. Yo, bro, I gotta get rid of you though. You sound stupid.
Cause he agreeing with me, right?
Nah, he just sounds stupid.
Okay, Crown agree with me too. You gonna let her talk?
Nah, she can talk. Whoever can talk. He just sound dumb.
Well, this is my question because I don't know what kind of personal biases that people have up here as far as their personal opinion about tea time, because it seems like this isn't a conversation to hear everyone's perspective. It's more of a persuasion to agree with one perspective. Like everyone has to agree with one perspective. And so I have my own personal opinion. So therefore I'm going to talk about the situation completely disregarding who the person is that did it, right? Because if we take out the person and we just make it a random person, and this was my child, this was my uncle, this was my brother, I do not care if I don't. As far as them being a pedestrian, I understand the responsibility of what we have to do driving these vehicles. And with the video that was shown, if the person that hit my family member, I saw that they were distracted, they had children in the car, they were on a live. That first of all, that's reckless endangerment with the children being in there, and you're not paying attention for the road. And then at the point of impact, you were directly looking in the camera. There was no real need to do this. And so, yes, we all make mistakes. We all do things. But nevertheless, just like baby girl Sheen was saying, we have to be accountable for our actions. So the same way we can be with so much vigor saying, hey, you're wrong for what you did. It was your fault. It was your fault. The same in this case. It was her fault, period. Regardless of whether you want to call it an accident, whether you want to say it was intentional, regardless, it was her fault. And I didn't really understand when I was listening to it how we tried to correlate her to Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. I didn't get it.
I think
Okay, so my point with that is this, right? We all, even me included, we all can be entitled to feel how we feel, right? But just because we feel we right, don't mean that other people don't feel that we wrong. Because even though we all feel like we right, evidently somebody felt like he was wrong. They assassinated his ass, didn't they?
How did that relate to what we're talking about is my question.
Because when we were talking about whatever we were talking about in the beginning incidents, when we were talking about being right or wrong or positive or how different people perceive it, what I was telling her is that we could perceive him as right and other people perceive it as wrong, right? But so if you say what's right and what's wrong, it's subjective. Because whatever we may feel is right, other people may feel is wrong. So now, if you're saying that people reap what they sow or karma, they was talking about karma, right? So what I'm saying to you is, Malcolm X said a lot of disrespectful shit about white people and other races. Malcolm X was a fucking pimp. Yeah, he changed his motherfucking life to follow the Islamic religion. So, at the end of the day, right, for all the negativity he did before he devoted his life, when he got unalive and assassinated, was that what he reaped, what he sowed?
I mean, so what I
No,
didn't
man,
understand.
listen, you're not going to, listen, I'm very intelligent. You ain't going to run me in circles. If you ain't understand nothing I just said,
No,
we not going to
so
understand each
the
other.
fact that you
So
won't even let
basically,
me
he
finish
said
my
like that.
No, because
the
you keep
fact that
asking dumbass
I just
questions, and I just gave you a clear ass answer. And if you
you
can't
can call me dumb all you want to. I'm very confident in
listen,
myself.
comprehension is the best key. A lot of you people
Right.
be reading shit and y'all be saying shit, but y'all have no
Why are you
comprehension.
so triggered right now? I simply
Because
He
was
you're
ain't
not going to
triggered.
take
He
me in
telling the
circles and
fucking
keep
truth.
asking me dumbass questions
Y'all
when
ain't
I just
listening.
gave you a clear ass answer. Watch this though. Let me show you what I mean. Let me show you. Anybody in the chat? Anybody on the panel? Do y'all understand what I said? And can you specify for me, please? Since you can't get it.
Are you basically saying that just because he did all of those things in his past and what ended up happening to him, does he deserve to basically he got assassinated? And would people say, oh well, he was a pimp, he was all these things, just you know, as a, I guess, a rebuttal to him being, people having a problem with saying like he deserved to die or whatever,
Sound
to
like
the
he
ones
don't
who feel
understand
that
either.
way.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Because everybody said, oh, well, T-Time, she come on this app, she's trying to break up marriages, or she says all this negativity, and this was just karma coming back to get her.
This is her
So
karma,
if you're
yeah.
saying
Like you
that this is
can't.
her
It's not
karma,
the
right?
same.
Because
Who
of
said
negative
that?
things that
Whoever
she
said
did,
that.
right? No, you're gonna let me talk because they're asking questions. So that way we don't get confused in what the fuck I'm saying, since nobody can understand it. So what I'm saying is, if you're saying that T-Time is on his apps, right, and she's rubbing people the wrong way, and she's saying all these negative things, and you're saying now that she was in her car driving, and she ended up hitting somebody under lava, if you're saying that that was the karma of all the negativity or whatever negativity she did, right, that was her karma. So what I'm asking is this: when Malcolm and Martin, and just speaking on Malcolm, when he was out there pimping hoes, doing narcotics, doing all this negative things, ripping people off, right? And then he decided to change his life, but he still got assassinated. I'm asking you, is it the same thing? Is it equivalent that he reaped what he sowed? Did he get assassinated or whatever because of all the bad things he did in his life? And that was the rooster coming to motherfucking roar.
Is she paying you to defend her like this?
I'm gonna
And you
tell you
can
what she
drop me
paid.
at any time. You can
I'm gonna
drop
show
me at
you what she
any
paid
time.
me. Don't worry about it. You ain't gotta tell me what I can do. I don't mess with retarded people. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do y'all understand that it's equivalent to what I'm saying? The same question I'm asking about T-Time is the same question I'm asking about Malcolm. So what I'm saying is, if everything that y'all saying persists to T-Time, then it has to be equivalent for Malcolm.
I must have missed the conversation where people were saying that's her karma. I didn't come in on that part.
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
did. I
trying to
heard
tell
it.
you, Gene.
I
But
seen
Everybody
it.
saying
but
this is
I
her
wasn't
karma.
speaking from that. I don't know the lady. I never heard her live not one day. I'm speaking from the case in itself. I'm not speaking. Of course, it's not her fucking karma. That's
Yeah,
just somebody. That's just ignorance speaking. That's just ignorance speaking.
Hey, listen, that's what I was trying to tell you.
No,
That's
you
what
wasn't trying to. You talking about Malcolm and Martin, and you got new people coming up the panel that just got here. Clearly, they didn't hear that part of the conversation. You could have gave a small little
listen.
oversight of what you was leading to, where you were leading with
You
that.
just came in, right? How many people that been here for a long time, right? That heard many
I
people
heard the logic.
and who listen,
Yeah, I heard.
have they or have they not been said just so we can get it? Have they or have they not been saying that tea time karma? It was karma that she hit somebody and unlocked them in her car. They were saying that's
Because I
her
haven't
karma.
heard nothing negative about her. Everything I heard about her all day when I
Yeah,
was
you came
scrolling
late.
was
Yeah, you
having
came
sympathy
late.
for her.
You
No,
know
it
what I'm talking
was
about? You
a
came
few people
late.
that came up here and spoke on it and said it was her karma.
Yeah,
Right.
you
That's
came
what.
late.
That's why he made the point.
But that's why I'm not. But my point wasn't speaking on that. My point was just speaking on straight what the case was. But okay, of course, I don't agree that that's karma. That's stupid. My point is just speaking on strictly accountability for our actions. We all have to take accountability for our action, whether they're intentional or unintentional. That's my only point. Sometimes a lot of people have good intentions and we do fucked up shit. Some people, it wasn't my intention. You still can hurt people with good intentions. That's just life. That don't mean somebody's not sympathizing with you. Empathizing, I don't have to. Sympathize, I can understand. Damn. I feel like, damn, her life has changed and is fucked up. Poor girl.
It's a
Her
big
kids and all
slip.
that. But my thing is she still did something. That she knew she shouldn't have done. So I could be in both places. But I'm not in that gray area. Not even for myself. Let me just make that clear. Not even for myself. Had I got caught and got locked up that day, I would have just been locked the fuck up. I wouldn't have sat there and want boo-hoo me. I don't need that. That's the only thing about me and my type of life. I hold myself accountable 1,000%. So I hold a lot of people accountable 1,000%. I don't never want sympathy for the shit I do that's intentional, that I know could leave me in a fucked up situation. And if it leave me there, then therefore, that's where I got myself. I don't want nobody to kiss my ass ever. But I take accountability and I place accountability where it should be as well. I'm not gonna take all of it. That's the problem with people in life. People think they gotta take all of it. It always takes two to tango in a lot of situations. Always. That's like being in a fucked up relationship when a woman always crying, oh, he keep cheating on me, he keep doing this, and you keep staying.
Amen.
So at the end of the day, he ain't just wrong. He wrong for taking advantage, and you wrong for being stupid and naive. Both of y'all have to take accountability in this. But you more so. The person that keep allowing themselves in a situation, you take the most. Because you knew better. You didn't like how it felt. That's my only stance on it. I'm never playing a victim. Victim don't live inside of me.
I just want to say I thank you for saying that. And I think that was one of the points, is that everybody was speaking as if they never done anything wrong. Like they were just so holy, they never made a mistake, or they never, did something that could have turned to something tragic. And for you to agree that you did mess up and made a mistake and it could have cost you to be incarcerated and you would have took responsibility, I appreciate that, because I think that was the whole point as to relating to what this young lady is going through.
Because let's say if it did go the other way and some legal action did come of this and you had to go before a judge, you would have wanted the judge to grant you some grace in your situation as well. And I think that's what everybody is just trying to, well, the ones who do feel this way were trying to say, like, just show her some.
But what I'm
some
saying,
type of
Rochelle, is I'm just saying maybe that's just me. That's not in my character. I'm gonna take whatever punishment I deserve for certain. I'm just not that person that sit there and want grace. I'm gonna take whatever come to me for the situation I put myself in. That's just who I am as an individual. I can't speak for everybody.
That's not true, because everybody wants grace.
I'm not
and no matter
saying
what
that.
the
Of course, I
situation
wouldn't
is.
want the judge to look at me and say, you know what, she never been in trouble. Of course, I would want them
That's
to look at
grace.
those factors. So look, grace, right? But recently I got in trouble for the first time in my life, and I live in Georgia. I got in trouble for the first time in my life. The judge took no sympathy on me. I never had a problem. Did I sit there and say, damn, like why she treating me like this? Of course I sat there. But you know what I also did? I took it for what it was. She doing her job.
Because you have no motherfucking
I got it.
choice.
I have no choice.
That's
Right. I
right.
have
You
no
have no
choice. So
choice.
therefore, I don't even, that's why I look at shit as a gray area. Them emotions mean nothing, because at the end of the day, she gonna do her job. If she wanted to take sympathy on me, she would have. Me
But
wanting her to
would
do
you have
it
wanted?
means nothing.
But that
Would
don't
you
mean
have
that you
wanted
wasn't
it?
hoping, meaning this.
Right now, if you got
Okay,
caught
I'm
with
not
something, right?
negating
Hold on,
that.
time out. Listen,
Humble or
listen
Rochelle.
to
Let
what
me
I'm saying.
finish.
Listen to what
Humble.
I'm saying,
God
though.
fucking
That's
damn.
like right now, right? If you got caught for a crime, right, and they could give you 5 to 10, right, or you can get a fucking probation, right? That you telling me you would go into court and say don't have no grace on me?
I
I
need y'all
don't
to
even got nothing
understand.
to
I'm not
say.
hoping they throw the book at her. I'm not hoping they throw the book at her. I'm hoping they give her some leniency. But she's gonna pay. We know she's gonna pay. Everybody knows she's
Yes,
gonna
that's
pay for
called
mistake.
grace.
Right. But
That's
my
grace,
thing is
lady.
that's not. I'm hoping they do give her some leniency because from what I'm hearing from everybody, she's not a bad person. She don't have a record. Cool. So hopefully God will walk with her. Her and God gotta walk with her on this path. We can't do that at the end of the day. But I'm not sitting here hoping they throw the book at her for one wrongdoing, but her
And so that's
wrongdoing
why we
did
don't
cost somebody their
understand.
life.
That's
So
why
she's
everybody's
going to
giving
have
you
to be
pushback, though.
punished.
She, that's
So
what
I'm not
everybody.
saying that.
Listen,
I'm
time
not
out. You actually
Humble. You know I
agree
can
with
handle the
us.
pushback. Humble. I can handle the pushback.
Yeah,
I'm just
but you
trying to
agree
be.
with us. We don't understand why. Listen, that's
So
what
do
we're
you
saying.
change your answer
That's what
as
we're
far as
saying. What you're
giving grace
saying,
now?
you're
I never said
disagreeing,
I
right?
did.
But what
All I
you're
said,
saying,
Rochelle. Hold on, Humble. Rochelle. I said I
Yeah.
don't empathize. I sympathize.
Okay,
That's
got
not me
you.
not giving grace. I get me sympathizing is giving grace.
But you don't have
Empathizing, I
sympathy
don't
for
understand because I'm not in her shoes. You can't empathize with somebody unless you've been in their shoes realistically. Let's just be realistic. So
True.
if I had actually unalive Shorty, then yes, I would be able to empathize with her because I'm actually standing in her shoes. I can sympathize with her because I know what the outcome could have been for me. But I'm saying that's why I was saying the whole empathy and sympathy is two different things.
There's
I
two
can't
different things.
empathize
Yeah.
with her because I do understand that we make conscious decisions. Like I didn't empathize for myself. I knew like, oh shit, this could be the day. Sheena, your whole life changed. I knew like, damn, everything flashed before me. I didn't expect empathy. Sympathy is different. I sympathize with the girl. I don't empathize with her. But that is me hoping she get grace, but that's between her and God. I can't control that. Like I
but
said,
see,
Humble put this post up. So you put this up for it to be a whole bunch of subjective of responses.
that's no time
This is
out.
just mine.
Time out.
You
Yes,
wanted a
yes,
panel
time
that was
out.
just gonna solely agree
I
with
wanted
you,
it to be subjective, right?
and it is.
But
And
I
you
came.
pushing back real hard though.
Hold on. She, you right. I knew it was going to be subjective, but I came here to fucking educate. That's what
You can't educate
I
on
came here to
opinions.
educate.
Humble,
You know
you
why? I'm
have
gonna
an
tell you
opinion
why I
just like
came
the
here to educate, right?
167 people
Because
that's in
one
here.
thing that we know is none of us is fucking perfect.
Who said we
That's one
were?
thing we all agree on.
Whoever claimed to be perfect?
The
Answer
people
me
that
that.
give it, people that
Boy,
come up
these
here.
comments, you would think that people is on a
Yeah,
pedestal.
you late.
And
She, you late.
one thing he
You
know
late.
about me for sure, I know every human is flawed. I stand by that. I
Nah,
live
but
by
you
that.
late. You keep
There's
speaking
no
on everything
such
and you
thing as
late.
perfection.
Yeah,
My
but you
opinion
late.
was not
You're
me saying
late.
that people are perfect. My opinion was just my
No, Sheen,
opinion.
you keep speaking about you. When the love is bigger than just about you. We're talking
I'm
about
not. We're speaking
everybody's
to me right
comments.
now. I'm just speaking on me. I'm not
Right?
speaking
So we're
about
trying to tell you,
everybody.
but you're not listening, and you keep talking about how you feel and how you look at it.
Because
That's
you're
why we're
talking
saying
directly to
personality.
me.
Yeah,
That's why.
because we're speaking in general. Of course, I'm gonna be talking
No,
directly
in
with you on the
general is in
panel.
general. Directly is directly. It's two different
Yeah, I'm on.
things.
Listen, right now, I'm talking in general, right? But I'm
Okay.
talking directly to you because it's only me and you talking.
And if you're gonna speak directly to me, I'm gonna give you a direct personal answer.
Right? You got to be able to come outside of that, understanding that,
I have
understanding.
came outside of it. I've came outside of it,
Yeah,
inside
like
of it,
we're
and
trying to
around it.
tell you that, and everybody on the panel is telling you that everybody up here wasn't giving her grace. Everybody up here was saying it, like saying everything
And
that
that's
you're
their
not
right
saying.
though,
But then
humble.
you
That's what
come
I'm trying
back,
to
then
tell
you
you.
come
That's
back,
their right.
then you come back and listen to us, and you're fucking agreeing with everything we said, basically.
I never not agreed. Y'all just didn't agree how I worded what I said when I
Yeah,
first
because
came
the way you
on.
were saying it was incorrect.
No, the way you was hearing it, you didn't like. That's the difference. The way I was saying it was not incorrect. The way you interpreted it, you just didn't like. It's a difference.
No,
I didn't never come up here and
even when you
say,
were
oh,
speaking
she
about your
get, I never,
situation, right? Even when you were speaking about your
that's just
situation, you said,
emotions. In my
"Listen,
situation, I still stand on what I said.
yeah,"
I don't
and
change what I
we're
said.
telling you.
And I took accountability. That's
Hey,
the only thing I can do is
all
take
right, but
accountability.
yet you say that that's our opinion. Wrong.
I've never not said I wasn't wrong. I said I was wrong.
Time out. If you
And I
wasn't
also
wrong,
said
then you
she was
shouldn't have
wrong. That's the
listened.
part y'all don't
Listen,
like.
if you
That's
wasn't
the part
wrong,
you don't
listen, if
like
you
is the
wasn't
fact that I
wrong,
said
you
she
shouldn't
was
have been
wrong.
watching. If you wasn't wrong, you shouldn't have been watching.
You shouldn't be saying that. You should have been paying better attention. That's number one, right?
And
That's
she also should have been
non-legally,
paying
right?
attention.
That's
I'm not gonna sway from
non-legally.
what I said, Humble. Why are we going
Listen,
back into this? I'm not gonna
non-legally,
sway
listen
from
what I'm
it.
saying. Non-legally, if you wasn't wrong, then you shouldn't have been paying attention. Legally, you was wrong because you should have been in the car with bad tags.
Legally and non-legally, I should have been paying
Yeah, I
better
just gave it to
attention.
you both ways. You're wrong.
Okay, and I should have been paying attention, and she should have too. That's the part you don't like. That's the part that you can't sit with.
Yeah,
That
but
I'm
it's not
stand
even
on that
about.
part.
But it's not even.
A lot of people
Listen.
need to take their feelings out of it.
Yeah, it's not even about. It's not
He's
even
trying
about
to
if
say
she
is
should
a
have been
lot of
paying.
people
Yes,
got to take their
listen. We
feelings
all
out.
should pay attention.
That's all I'm trying to say,
Listen,
naturally.
when I walk down the steps, I should
That's
be
all
paying
I'm
attention
trying to
that I don't
say.
trip over my feet and fall down the steps.
Yeah.
Right? But that's me hurting me. That's not somebody else hurting me.
See, I understand
See
what you're saying because
what
I've been on this side. Like my sibling has been in an accident or whatever. He had one drink and got in a car accident, and a kid was unalive or whatever. So I might have didn't like when somebody said something about my brother, but it was true or whatever. Like I had to take out the fact that what if that was my baby or whatever. I mean, that was my brother, so my feelings was in it. But when you take your feelings out of it, you still gotta be able to understand the truth is the truth. And that's what she's trying to say. Like everybody gotta take their feelings. The people that's actually her friend, because I've never had no bad encounters with her. I thought she was cool or whatever. So the people that's her friend and everything, and also the people that wasn't her friend and had bad encounters with her, you can't put your feelings in it and say it's karma. But the people that's her friend, right now y'all coming from y'all feelings and stuff, and y'all don't want to hear that she still was in the wrong.
No,
And
time out.
it's
Naturally, if you listening, we're saying 1,000,000, conzillion, billion, whatever number, the highest number your fucking mind can reach. We're saying we agree with you. She was wrong every single percent of it to the max.
and like I said, the people that also had bad encounters with her, they need to take their feelings out of it too. Because right now they putting their feelings into it and basically putting it on, oh, that was karma. But no, you can't put your feelings in it because you had ill feelings for this person and want to say something like, oh, that was karma. No,
Okay,
because
so let me ask. In
everybody is
17,
not perfect. Nobody perfect out here.
in 1776, you just came up. Let me ask you a question. You said you're a constable.
Hurricane was first.
Who? Oh, I'm
Hurricane.
sorry. Oh, well, damn, sis, what's up?
Hey, no,
Yo,
don't
I ain't
say
T, hey,
anything
T,
because
I ain't see your ass in
she's not
so
even just
long.
trying to talk to me anyway. So no. I just want to ask a question because I see everybody keep having this young lady's picture up. Has it been confirmed that it was her, or is this all speculation?
Now let's confirm it's her because she was on a live, and it happened while she was on the live, and then one of her moderators or somebody went back to the replay and posted. Yeah, you can look up her name and see it because everybody got to
I
post
know.
it.
Oh, humble. I know. I was in the live.
Yeah, I reposted the
I know.
video.
I know everything that happened that day. I seen it all. But what I'm saying is, it's still speculation because the news reporters never said her name. Everybody else is just saying it was her. Correct?
No, because it's a news article that's up. It's written in the paper.
That scholar sent over to the news people to say that it was her.
Yeah, time out. I guess, but this is what people is going off of. People are going off that they seen her live. They heard her say what the fuck. They heard her hit something. They asked her, somebody, is it all right? Then they're going to that newspaper where she's from, and they're showing us a news article in it. That's why I say we don't know if it's true or not true. But we're just going off the aspect if it was true.
Okay, but what I'm saying, okay, I understand that you're saying if it was true, but isn't it a little bit disingenuous to have her picture up saying that she did it if no one knows in fact if she did or didn't?
Yeah, listen, I agree 100%, and that's why I'm not saying she did it. What I'm saying is that if she did, right? Because if she didn't, right, then it's even better. But even if she did make the mistake, you don't think this lady deserved some type of sympathy Like you can't imagine what she going through. She
Oh,
got kids.
I absolutely think that she deserves sympathy and empathy because I know her. I'm on her live all the time. I know that she's not this horrible person that everybody keeps saying that she is. I mean, she do clock a lot of people's tea and they don't like that. So that's why you're getting all these people up here like, oh, F her, this, that, the third. But she's not what everybody's making her seem to be. She's a real genuine
Exactly.
person. She
Exactly.
made it was a mistake. Just like people talk and drive, text and drive, eat and drive, argue with the people in their car and drive, anything can happen.
We do it every day. Now, is it a valuable lesson learned if it is true? Even if it isn't true, right? And we're talking about it, right? Let's say it isn't true. Let's say it isn't true about what we're talking about. But it's take the context, right, of what we're talking about. Hey, put your phone down. Get off with, pay attention to what you're doing. So even if it's not true, it's still a valuable lesson learned. And put your shit down. If it is true, it's the same thing. Because guess what? We up here criticizing and all that, and guess what? We up here talking about this shit, and tomorrow you're gonna be in your car going to work, going to lunch, going to get your kids, or just riding in your car, and guess what? You're going to be texting on your phone and looking at your phone. Just keep it a fucking buck.
I could definitely agree that it's a teachable moment, but I think that everybody just needs to give her grace. And I as well feel like it's disingenuous for anybody to be holding alive about a man who just got unalive not even a week ago. Like y'all don't even have no empathy or sympathy for that man's family.
That's a fact.
Like let them can they bury the man first? Like y'all, this is crazy.
That's a fact. And
But
that's and
the
look, and before I get off the live, that's what I plan
people
to do
hate
before I got off the
T-Time
live.
so much that they didn't even care about the man who got unalive. They just want to talk about her.
That's why I addressed it. Listen, that's why I addressed it since before I came up. And when I first came up, my prompt was just about him. And that's why I said in the beginning, before I end my live, I'm gonna say a prayer for him and I'm gonna say a prayer for her as well. Because it's tragic on both ends. More severe on his end though.
I agree, and I miss you, humble. I be going live sometimes, now, but I just wanted to put my little input on it because I've listened to this shenanigans all goddamn day, and I'm about sick of hearing it. Because everybody out here acting like they saints and nuns and shit, and that's not the case. People drink and drive, people do all types of shit. Like it was an accident. It wasn't on purpose. That's the point. It was an accident, not on purpose. You did not intentionally hit the man. If that occurred. Okay? Y'all all have a great
Yeah,
evening.
and it says, and the only reason why, right, that I decided to run the live, because I don't never put nobody on my page. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't need to do that shit. Like, the people that fuck with me, and the people that don't, they won't, or whatever. I don't give a fuck. I come up here to be educated and to educate. But the reason why is because I seen everybody was beating her down, right? And then people can say, oh, well, you're doing clout. Okay, if you're looking at me for clout, whatever. I came up here to embrace this sister because I respect what she do. You feel what I'm saying? Even though I don't always agree with some of the things she say or her perception of it, but at the end of the day, she's a human fucking being. And I'm not the type of person that's going to kick a man or a woman while they down.
Yeah, and I find it very disingenuous that I see a lot of black men up here tearing her down when she fights so hard for them, but that's neither here nor there. I love you, humble. I'll see you later. And Miss May, you motherfucker right, I'm up here talking because this is my phone and my internet and I fucking pay for it. I'll see you later.
All right, sis. Hey, Sheen, you want to take over real quick? I got to use the bathroom.
Hey, host, thanks for having me up, by the way.
I'm about to drop in a few minutes. Go ahead.
Okay, yes. I want to ask him a question. But hey, Sheen, you want me to leave it alone? Hey, listen, and I bet you you better not act crazy off this app. Listen, I'm holding your ass to the fire tonight.
You ain't hold my ass for nothing. Your ass gonna be ice cold.
Yo, see, there you go. Look, there you go. But look.
Go ahead, AK. Well, go ahead, humble.
I just come up asking questions based on the law, and I'm not real.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to ask you some questions on the law and not the law. right?
Yeah, I was. Can you give me
Okay, so this is a
about the
question to
case
you.
real
Two
quick?
questions.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Right? And I'm saying it, I'm saying non-law because we understand what that means, but I don't even think that's a real thing. But right, I'm gonna say outside of the law, right? Not following the law. If I take and put fake tags on my car, etc., right?
It wasn't fake. It was expired.
Well, expired. If I put non-legal tags on my car and I'm backing up, right? And I'm cleaning my mirrors and I back up, right? And I bump
Clearance.
into somebody, clearing. And if I'm clearing my mirrors, right? And I bump into somebody, right? That's texting on their phone. Who's in the wrong?
Well, the person texting on their phone is going to be in the wrong.
1776. Stop the bullshit, man.
No, so okay, so you got to go in order of time.
I'm gonna give it to you, right? I'm gonna give it to you, right? But I'm gonna make you lie. I'm gonna make you tell. I'm gonna make you say it out your own mouth how you lying.
He be trying to switch it because you don't like that. He had a
But naturally, watch this shit. Naturally,
it goes.
I'm gonna make him
Go
lie.
ahead. I'm sorry.
Because listen, he said he a constable, right?
No, I
I'm
saw
gonna make him lie on himself. Now watch this shit.
Retired
So
constable.
legal, but he know the rules, right? So
But
legally,
he's telling you arguing it.
Okay, I'm not even arguing. Listen, so legally, if I'm legally in the car and I'm texting on my phone and a person hit me, who's in the wrong? Oh, don't think on it. You know the rules.
Well, I mean, legally, you got to go by who's
in the back.
If you're texting on the phone, that is going to be that law is going. Texting on the phone is a serious crime. You can
So I can't.
so texting on the
So hold
phone.
on, let me ask you a question because you're lying.
Right,
You're lying.
Texting
You're
on
lying.
the phone can be
No,
reckless
you're lying.
driving.
You're lying. You're lying.
No, I'm not in my
You're lying.
state.
Time out. Show me one fucking statute right now that shows that texting on the phone is illegal. Paying attention or not
While
paying
you're
attention.
driving, he said, "Are you talking about while driving or
No,
the person?"
the person that was walking wasn't driving.
Okay, so he thinking you're talking about the person driving.
Yeah, no, he understand what I'm saying.
No,
It's
no,
the
he
same
didn't.
scenario.
I thought you said
So-
while driving.
Okay,
which is
listen.
reckless driving.
Listen what I said, bro.
Okay.
If a person is in a fucking car and whatever they're doing, and a person is walking behind the car, and the person in the car hits the person in back of the car that's texting and not paying attention on their phone, who the fuck is at fault?
Oh, the person that's walking is texting?
Yes.
Oh, it'd be the person backing up.
Okay. Is that legally or non-legally?
I
Or
said
both?
I was in the wrong. What are you doing this for? I'm
Okay,
confused.
so listen. My question is this. No,
Right,
hold on.
that would not be a crime. No.
Okay, so listen. Legally or non-legally, right? The same situation. Is both people at fault or just one individual at fault? And who?
That would be a no fault.
For who?
Okay, you got a person walking that's texting. That's not illegal. If they walk into the car, there's nothing illegal there. There's no crime. If I'm understanding your question right.
Hold on,
So if you
AK. Let
understand
me
my
tell him.
question,
Let me
it would
tell him
be-
real quick, humble.
it
Let me
would be-
tell him
it
real
would
quick.
only
AK, look,
be- it
listen.
would only be
I'm
the
gonna tell
person
him what
that's inside the
happened.
vehicle,
I'm gonna
right?
tell him he just came in. Let me tell him what happened.
Hold on, what's for you alter it?
I'm
It
not
would only
altering.
be
I'm
from
gonna
your-
tell him
but-
exactly what happened so
I
he can
got you,
answer
but
your
hold
questions
on,
clearly.
Hold on. So the only person from what you're saying so far, the only person that could be at fault would be the person that's operating the vehicle, because a person that is texting and walking, right, couldn't be at fault.
From what you just said, the vehicle was in park. There's no crime.
Okay, AK, listen. And
Now,
a
if you're
couple years
backing
ago,
up-
hold on, listen. A couple years ago, I was in New York. I was in a parking spot. I cleared my mirrors. I was about to back out of a parking spot, right? I saw the girl on the curb across the street. Now, she was on the curb when I started clearing my mirrors. As I started to I cleared my mirrors and I started to back up. I went in reverse. When I didn't have backup cameras, when I went in reverse, I bumped her. So by the time after I cleared my mirrors, and she must have started crossing the street, but she was on FaceTime. As I cleared my mirrors and I started backing up, I hit her. Me and her collided together. So I know that I was at fault. That's one. Let me just make that clear.
I know that I was at fault, number one, but I was more at fault because my tags was expired. But me hitting her, the argument here is I said that both of us are at fault because I said that she was. I should have checked my mirrors again, but I checked my mirrors to back up and I thought I was in the clear because in New York you back out of a parallel park, so I'm just backing up so I could go forward. You have to back up first, cut your wheel to the right, and then I can go forward. As I was backing up, me and her collided. His argument is I was just at fault 100% because my tag. Now I get that. My tags was expired. I shouldn't have been driving. I understand that 1,000% to the people in the chat and humble. I understand that 1,000. I shouldn't have been in the car.
That's
But
legally.
my point is she was at fault too because at the end of the day you weren't paying attention crossing a busy street in New York City.
Okay, can I ask a question real quick?
Yes.
Was she jaywalking?
I don't know if the light. I don't know what the light was. I don't know if the light was green or not.
She was in a parking spot. She wasn't crossing.
I'm
the
in a
traffic.
parking spot. She was crossing in the middle of the street though. She wasn't at the corner. It wasn't a crosswalk. She was crossing through other
It can't
parked
be in the
cars.
middle of the street because you wasn't parked in the middle of the street.
I was parked in the middle of the street in front of an apartment building. It's the middle of the street in front of an apartment building. She wasn't at the corner crossing.
You was in the middle. Hold on, time out. So you wasn't parked in the middle of the street, and there was cars parked in you like
I was
parking?
I was in front. It was a car in front of me and a car behind me. I wasn't at the corner. I was in front of a building. I'm coming out. So she came crossing the street from the other side of the street.
And there
but
was
she
cars
wasn't
in
at,
front
like,
of you and back
crosswalk.
of you, and you parallel parked.
It was a
in the
car
middle of the
behind
road.
me and a car in front of me.
In New York, there is middle of the street.
It's not that much street in New York, humble. Stop trying to tell me about my city, okay? Mr. PA. Don't tell me. Y'all just pull in. But sure, she wasn't at a crosswalk, AK. She was crossing. But at the end of the day, I got out the car. I knew I could go to jail because of my tags alone. But me hitting her, I probably could have went to jail. You know, they got the pedestrians always in the right of way. But in all reality, I'm not talking lawfully. Lawfully, I would have took that hit. We speaking on the fact that how people be so distracted on these phones to where they're not paying attention. She was literally crossing a New York street with her head in, because I know she was on the phone because when I got out the car, she was getting up off the phone, picking her phone up or FaceTime. The call was still on. She was standing up picking her phone up. She like, oh my gosh. She said, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. I said, no, I'm sorry. I should have seen you. I said, do you want to go to the hospital?
You hit her, and she hit you.
She said she's sorry because she wasn't paying. She said sorry first. I said, no, I'm sorry.
But you're
I
the
should have been paying
driver. It
attention.
don't matter if she's paying attention.
I understand that, but what you still missing the point that I take accountability for this at the end of the day. My point is,
but you take accountability, right? But you're trying to make her take
she was
accountability.
naturally.
Right?
I mean, New York law, she was
You
jaywalking.
can't make her we can say yes. We can say that people should always be aware of their surroundings, no matter where they're at. Right? We can say that. But for
hold
you
on,
to
let me
say
answer
that y'all
somebody in the
both
comments. They said why she didn't want to tell the police.
No, listen, this is the part that you're wrong. For you to say that y'all both were at fault.
She said no.
But listen, for you to say that y'all both are at fault for her getting hit,
and I'm standing on that.
That's crazy.
I'm standing on it. Okay, it could be crazy. I'm standing
on it.
Because she can't
jaywalk. Then both of them would be at fault. It would be.
Yeah, because I live in New Orleans.
Both would be at fault. Period. If she was jaywalking, actually, you could charge her with jaywalking.
With jaywalking.
No, jaywalking. Time out. Hold on. Time out.
Hold on.
No.
Humble, you from PA. You can't even get in this argument. Cut it out.
Because now y'all trying to play the bullshit.
You from Pennsylvania.
You're trying to play the bullshit. And then listen, I'll put it up
There's
on the
no
board.
Bullshit,
Listen, if I have
Humble.
to, I'll put it up
she
on the board.
She wasn't at a crosswalk. She was not at a crosswalk. She walked between two cars.
Jaywalking is what? What is jaywalking?
When you don't cross at a crosswalk.
Yeah. Exactly.
She wasn't at a crosswalk.
You didn't have no insurance.
I know that. You come in all late, Harry. I get that.
So you're guilty.
I would have been guilty in the eyes of the law. Like I said,
he's not disputing that she.
I'm not disputing that.
Green light, and
but what she is saying is that the walker was. She was being careless, the walker.
Time out. Yes, was she careless? But was she wrong? No, because listen, she didn't run into the car. The car ran into her. She came at fault. So she's not operating the car.
Thank you.
But if she was jaywalking,
but if she was being careless, wasn't looking at her surroundings.
Careless and responsible is two different things.
I don't understand what part you don't understand about jaywalking. Is a crime.
Yeah, Humble. There are places that you can walk, just like there's places that you can ride your bike. You can't just ride your bike everywhere. There's places that you can walk.
Okay, so are we speaking?
You have to wait for just cross the road.
So
That's
tell me, in
dangerous.
any situation, jaywalking, walking, talk walking, K walking, C walking, whatever. Tell me in any situation, legal or non-legally, that a car can hit you and the person that's walking is at fault.
Never.
No, I didn't. So I think that my friend is at fault.
I'm at fault. I said that.
But
Admitted that
there
1,000 times.
there can also be another charge added to the
Okay,
other
so look,
person
so
for
look, hey,
jaywalking.
listen,
I could have
That's
counted
just a
that. I
fact.
could have counted
listen,
sued her.
this even makes
Civilly,
it
I
even
could have
more,
counted
right?
sued her though.
Listen, this makes it even worse. Hey, Sheen, this say that everything was legal, right? And the police was called. What was the person the person that you bumped into, what were they gonna be charged with?
First of all, I think she was illegal because the moment I asked her, she wanted to go to the hospital, call the cops. She said no. That's not a true New Yorker. She definitely was an immigrant. Because a real New Yorker would have laid down and screamed and cried. As soon as she got up off that floor, I said, "You want to go out?" She said no. I said, "Yeah, she definitely illegal." I hit the George Washington Bridge. I was out.
Like
Yeah, but I'm
Can
just
I have
asking the
10
question.
seconds? Can I have 10
if
seconds?
I'm
this
asking the
man was
question, right?
jaywalking,
Because when
with
you're saying
T-Time, if this
she had
man
fault
was
legally,
jaywalking,
right? Because you're saying jaywalking is a legal crime, right?
It
So
you
is.
can
listen,
get
my thing is
ticketed for
this.
jaywalking.
So listen,
Yep.
just say your tags was right and you hit her,
Okay.
right? So you